All right, I'm just gonna start streaming now, and hopefully it will come up, and I can listen to the audio on the stream for a second. Let's see if that happens. Start streaming now, and hopefully it will come up.
Do you want me to go ahead and get started with the recap
listen
then?
to the audio on the stream for a second. Hang on.
Recap time.
Let's see if that
Oh
happens.
boy, it's
Start
everyone's
streaming
favorite
now,
thing.
and hopefully it will come up.
Do you want me to go ahead and get started with the recap
listen
then?
to the audio on the stream for a second. Hang on.
Recap
I'll just put
time.
you on this map.
that's-
Oh
okay.
boy, things easier.
I do hear other people on
Pretty
the
good.
stream. Yes, I would prefer other people also verify this just because I'm super paranoid. But I do think that it is recording everybody else's voice. How do I do this? How do I get the link to?
If it's an unlisted stream, you should be able to just copy the stream link.
Yeah, but I'm not on the stream. I'm on the dashboard, and I'm trying to figure out how to get the stream. Oh, I can copy video URL. That'll work.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay, let me paste this, and then we'll make sure that everybody can hear themselves.
Okay.
Also, my computer is blue screened at least once today, and
Oh, fun.
so hopefully that doesn't happen. It's been a week, man. It was even a short week, but it feels like just forever.
Well, it's over. We're playing D&D. Good times. And there's going to be no blue screens today, so that's a good thing.
I am able to hear myself.
Well,
That's good.
anymore.
Yay, listening to myself on a delay.
Okay, so you can close that out then.
Yeah, the delay is really weird.
Yeah, I know. That's why I had to like get people to say something and then just like pause, because I was making sure that I was hearing them from the past, not them from the present. It was confusing. All right, let's launch Strahd, and then I will need to go get something to drink and maybe eat at some point. I'm just super far behind. I've been working nonstop.
You shouldn't do that.
Yeah, you should stop sometime.
Yeah, it's not always my decision though. Well, it is my decision. It's just that
I was
the
gonna say,
product that I work for is
you work for a product?
Well, okay, I'm gonna have to ask people to not judge my speech tonight, because
It is. Hey, it is
not
National
great.
Complete Sentence Day. I am allowed to expect accurate complete sentences.
how
from
is
you.
that a day?
Is it talk like a pirate day and you're questioning complete sentences?
Yes.
I also refuse to promise any non-judgment of anything
That's
you might
yeah,
say.
that's fine.
You have let loose some real classics.
That's fair. That's fair.
As long as no one enters anyone.
No, it's that I work for a company, obviously, but the product that I work on is supposed to be up like 100% of the time. It's called high availability. Like nothing is ever supposed to go down, and we have customers who rely on that, and so whenever something comes up, we are just like all hands on deck, have to get this figured out now. Type stuff. And so the past few days has just been consumed by that life, unfortunately. But anyway, I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna go get something to drink. I'll be right back.
Okay. Since Apollo's should be coming soon, let's recap once both of them are here. Plus, it gives me extra time for last-minute adjustments. Apollo, welcome.
Hello, thank you.
I was just saying since Mason just went to go get something to drink, I was gonna wait for both you and Mason to get back, but you're here already. Perfect.
Can I ask for a small spoiler? You don't
Sure.
have to answer if you don't want to. But do you think it will be a while before my character shows up?
Probably.
Okay. Just curious.
Mhm.
I'm deciding
That's a
if
very
I
fair
need to
question.
do something in the meantime. Thank you.
Boss, has there been only one session that I've missed since
Yes,
Galf was introduced?
correct.
Okay. I never got to see the video for that, so I
Yeah.
will definitely be taking advantage of that recap.
Since who was
Yes.
introduced?
Galf.
Galv.
Who's Galf?
That's Apollo's new character.
Oh! Well, that explains why we don't remember who he
Oh,
was.
right.
I think you said your name once, and we're generally.
Actually, no, I didn't tell you my name because you were not worthy.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so we forgot because he was being an arrogant asshole in our way.
See, the problem was that Crash had left before I was introduced, and my character only respects Crash.
Yeah, because that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
As
Don't
it so
vote
happens, the Toads have been rallied. My character is a frogman.
Okay. I was like, that's an interesting statement. So one of my favorite things to do is to find something super, super cheap on Amazon and then go to Target and price match it because it makes me feel like I'm robbing Target, and that's a really satisfying feeling. I got an Xbox One controller for like $30 because it was real cheap on Amazon that day.
What do you have
That's pretty
against
cool.
Target?
Hmm?
What do you have against Target that you feel like you have to rob them?
Because
I
they're
worked
red.
for them for 5 years.
Fair.
That's the main reason. Also, they're like just gross. They overcharge for everything, and
Who's gross?
Target.
Mm.
Look who's
Also you.
Okay, I think we're ready. Last time on Curse of Strahd, you had just come off the Solenka Pass from the Amber Temple, and Azariah, with his lich powers, made that little jaunt trivial. And as you had come off the pass, you decided to go to Argynvostholt, which was the ruined castle where an order of holy knights once resided. And once you went inside, the specters of these knights confronted you and challenged you to prove yourselves worthy in combat. The leader of this group being a obsessed paladin, fallen paladin, who swore to make Barovia Strahd's eternal hell. The combat had gotten started, but Hep Hep, being Hep Hep, wandered up to the paladin and did what Hep Hep does best, which is negotiate. And the paladin was so moved by Hep Hep and her innocence that he gave the Sunblade to Hep Hep without feeling the need for combat to needing a proof of combat to prove herself worthy of holding the blade. With that out of the way, your party started moving east towards Valaki, which you may remember from way back was the city where all will be well. The crazed baron that you murdered in the streets, and then Zell declared himself the new baron. And this was also the place where the innkeeper was part of the Wereraven family and had said that if you were to help the winery with its problem, which was the 3 missing gemstones, you would have free room and board in Valaki as long as you needed it. On the way, you bumped into a walking tree hut, which looked like here it is, this one. Inside which was a nasty-looking woman, not like a hag, a fey creature. This was an actual, just a very ancient witch who claimed to be Strahd's mother, not by blood, but adopted mother. Where is her? There it is. This fine lady. And inside of her hut was the 3rd gemstone, which the party proceeded to swipe under her nose, causing the whole hut to crash to the ground. Azariah, doing what he felt was best in the situation, cast, I believe, Finger of Death on her, and so killed her and brought her back as a zombie under Azariah's control.
Oh, great.
Oh.
No writer would ever turn that in.
Confident that's going to go over really well.
Show.
You also received a visit from your former party member Sokol, who flew in as a vampire bat to deliver a message from Strahd to Azariah specifically. And it was a very vague and ominously worded letter, more or less inviting you to come discuss your future and the future of Barovia in, quote, a civilized manner.
Did you have to put civilized manner in quotes?
Of course. He is an evil, like the main villain, of course. All villains have to put things in quotes. I think that's everything that happened in the last session. Do we need to recap anything else further back than that?
Are we done mourning the deaths of our ex-party members?
I mean, I think that happened like within seconds.
All right.
Party member.
Did anyone actually like die?
Not really.
I was gonna say like 3 people got poofed, but I think anyone died.
So in our minds, we've just mislaid our friends. They'll turn up eventually. That's awfully optimistic. I'm cool with that. Let's
could
go.
happen.
So
To be fair, Mason disappeared to some mysterious plane once, and he came back. I don't mean that's not gonna happen here.
I really don't. Oh, so open quests and plot lines. KUN. Do we want to do anything before K?
Who is Rudolph Van Richten? Oh, right, it's that guy.
The vampire, yes.
Who isn't a vampire?
He's not a vampire. He's a vampire killer, right?
Yeah.
Yes, vampire hunter.
Oh, I thought you said he's a vampire. I'm like, is everyone a vampire? Am I the only non-vampire?
Just Strahd and Sokol are vampires.
Well, that's already a like 200% increase from where the campaign started. So
100% increase?
it doubled. I always get backwards on percents how that works.
200% of, but 100% increase.
I mean, it
That-
may have been
that's what it
20%,
is.
I just didn't tell you. So it could be after.
It's true. There could, you know what? It's a 200% increase in overpowered undead that I don't want to mess with. I'm
There
looking
you
at
go.
you, Alyssa.
Hello.
It's okay. Liches can be all right. I met a very nice one the other day.
What's his name? Berenstain.
No, his name was like Homer or something. Berenstain. Could have been Homer Berenstain, I guess.
It's true. You don't know if Berenstain was his last name.
I am not retconning anything.
Did we find the fortune of knowledge? I don't even know what that means anymore.
The fortune of knowledge, if you go all the way back to Madame Eva's reading here, the card telling of history, knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. I see a dead village drowned by a river, ruled by one who has brought great evil into the world.
Wait, can you say that again? What, sorry?
It's the first one.
Yes, knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. I see a dead village drowned by a river, ruled by one who has brought great evil into the world.
So isn't that what we just did? When we visited What's Her Nuts and in the dead village, and she brought the evil Strahd into the world? I mean, that's my interpretation of this. I can only guess how right that is. Any other thoughts? Do we care? Should we just go kick him in the face? The fangs? Kick his fangs in? Kick him in the fangs?
I'm in favor of some fang kick.
They're the best thing to kick.
Okay. We're
No, I'm
up.
trying to remember. Wasn't there a village that Strahd drowned with a river that we decided to bypass?
Yeah, that's the same one.
Oh, okay.
Didn't one burn down too?
Yes, that would be far to the west here.
The one that's on
Who's
fire.
got a tire mark on it?
Ah, it's... You
Some
don't have a
things have
watermark on the
watermarks.
drowned village for us?
Well, it was drowned. We actually don't know its
yes.
current state.
Yeah, it was drowned a long time ago.
Now it's just muddy.
Oh. Okay. I was gonna
Yeah, I
say
could
most
put
things don't
like
get
a-
undrowned very quickly, but That makes more sense.
I'll put a giant whirlpool on it.
Oh no! That looks scary. Good thing we already went there. Okay. How do we want to stop by Fire S before going into curb stomp mode?
I feel like if we stop by Fire S, it's going to take the entire session because that's how we won't get to the dungeon. Which is not
Okay.
me saying no. This is more.
Mhm.
How about this? Going
Don't
to
dare split the party. We
well,
haven't even got to
hang
the
on.
dungeon yet.
Hang on. Is there a chance that there is something in the On Fire Village that would help us in our curb stomping?
There's always a chance.
There's always okay. Well,
I mean, don't vampires hate fire, and thus technically the Fiery Village as a whole will help us.
I don't believe that's a thing.
There's a mongrel folk with a shovel.
Oh, isn't he great?
Ooh, you could fashion the shovel into a stake, and he could be your secret weapon.
Oh my gosh. It feels like you're role playing. So good job.
Why? Because that sounds like something a drunk idiot would say.
Yeah. You can't turn a shovel into an aspen stake.
You don't know what the handle's made of.
It's probably not aspen. It's probably like
Hey,
economy wood.
mongrel folk may like their shovels to only come aspen.
I assure you that if that shovel handle is aspen, it's a complete accident.
Aspident.
Oops. Ignore that.
Well, we could get him a different shovel then, one that is made out of aspen.
That we could do. I'm. Oh my gosh, this is so dumb. Let's just go to the castle.
You heard me a lot longer than I thought you would.
Uh,
All right. Is anyone opposed to going to the castle?
Am I still mad?
Yes, you are.
Oh. Can I be the tired mage of Mount Bartok?
I mean, maybe you haven't slept in like 72 hours
Mm.
or something.
I feel
I'm
like
just-
every 6 hours he should get a different emotion that he is. The mad mage, the confused mage,
The sad mage.
Yeah.
the romantic
bipolar
mage.
I will do my best to be a mad mage tonight. We'll see how it goes. Because being mad like takes energy, and that is something I'm running a little short on. So I'll do my best.
The 80-hour week mage.
Exactly.
The overworked trying mage.
All right.
Wait, so are we going to the fireplace or the castle place? I feel like really only 3 people have weighed in. Everyone else is just sitting there waiting for a decision to be made.
Basically.
Yeah. I have no
When did we-
status.
When did we stop making decisions by committee?
My vote's for the castle.
There we go.
The Lich said go to the castle.
If
The Lich
anyone
doesn't
disagrees
always
with the
make the
Lich,
decisions.
But do
to
you
be
want to
Lich.
disagree with the Lich?
The Lich decides whether you live or die, though.
Is she going to use Ray of Frost to make that happen?
You better believe it. I
You
hope
can-
this campaign ends with a final death blow is Ray of Frost.
Cast Ray of Frost at 9th level.
For that sick bird.
Well, it's a cantrip, so you can't.
Oh.
I don't think it qualifies as sick burn, Mo.
Whatever.
You're freezing them.
Freeze a burn is a thing.
Freeze burn,
Yeah,
there we go.
yeah.
Okay.
It shouldn't be used that way, but oh well.
I
Right,
cast
it sounds
Freezer
like-
Burn at 9th level. That'd be pretty cool.
It
That'd
sounds
be
like
pretty
no
good.
one really is
Lethal.
notably pushing for the fortune of knowledge or whatever Rudolph Van German something is doing. So
It hasn't come up enough to the point where I think that killing Strahd wouldn't solve it by proxy.
Mm.
does it seem like it's the own distinct problem, you're saying?
If it is, then what do? We go back and do it without the threat of Strahd at our backs.
I think the question would be, does going there give us something to better defeat Strahd?
We have a Lich. I think we're set.
Zell speaks the truth.
I feel like I'm being used.
I feel like if the Lich wasn't about 10 minutes old, I would lean into that more.
I'm like at least a day.
I think it's been 6 hours tops.
Or,
Is your sense
it's
of
been at
direction
least a day.
changed with
I'd
being
lean towards 2 days at this
Okay.
point.
Yeah,
The
we
sake
we
of
had a long
simplicity.
rest.
Fine, the Lich was born yesterday. When has that logic ever been something we ride on?
All too often.
That's actually accurate.
All right. Well, if you're off to the castle, would you like to stop at Valaki then? It's on the way. Unless you go very out of the way.
Man, it sounds like maybe he's prepared some maps or something.
No.
No, I don't
Yeah,
think we
that's-
will. We've already been to Valaki, so
I don't even remember what was there to begin with.
yeah, I
so.
think we
I'm gonna
should
take the
go down
scenic
here. Yeah, down to you, and then across the river, and then
Yeah, we want to take the Great Circle route to get there.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's get on the elven boats and paddle.
Ooh, that sounds fun, actually.
Oh, we could go on a vacation to one of the lakes.
I like the idea of a vacation. We deserve that after the trials we just went through.
True that.
Yeah.
How about Lake Zarovich?
Does it have any amenities?
Yes,
Which one of
tons.
these?
We can go through Valaki.
Oh no,
Wait a
no.
minute.
For a brochure, yes, and a free wine tasting.
I'm
They're
gonna
out of
ask for a
wine.
burger.
They're
Not
out
anymore.
of wine.
You got
Oh.
all the gems back.
Well, yeah, but they haven't started
Yeah,
production
yeah,
and
we did that
distribution
5 minutes
yet.
ago. We got the gems back 5 minutes ago.
That is a question.
Magic.
Do we need to go to Valaki and deliver those?
I'm gonna say since Tank's not here, he has taken the gem and has flown it back to the winery.
And you just lost
Great.
your best way to get us there.
Maybe, maybe not.
We can at least stop by for a burger.
Yeah, by the way, you said his best way to get us there. Speaking to the man who had space hippos come abduct me. If he needs us to go somewhere, he'll get us there.
I don't like the idea of hippos with like digits.
Is it any better than rhinos with digits?
It
Not
was very
really.
dangerous when the hippos got phones.
Hmm.
Oh, we are focusing on all the right stuff tonight.
Oh yeah.
Has it been a long week for everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Pretty much.
I figured.
Definitely. even with a Monday off.
Yeah.
Yeah, all this suck got put into all the other days.
Mhm.
Well, perhaps we should
Do shots.
Dude. we have money from the Amber Temple. Maybe we should spend it and upgrade stuff or something.
On shots.
On shots. Hang on,
Why
I'm gonna do
not?
some. I'll do some ASMR for you.
We'll have the
With
bard
you,
invent that modern song that goes shots, 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 shots. We'll have him invent it now.
Our
I'd
bard is
love to
very
have
much
that.
in favor of vaccines, guys.
I just poured myself a shot.
Thank
Oh.
you, Mason.
That was really clear sounding. I
If
thought you
you
were playing it.
sip it into the microphone, I'm going to kill your character first.
All right. What's
If
the
nobody
opposite
has-
of sipping? I'll gulp it. There
or
you go.
slurping, or any kind
Oh,
of
slurp,
ingestion
definitely
sound.
What if I
slurp.
what if I snort it though?
Ow.
Then you'll be.
That might
None
be-
of us will enjoy that.
No.
I mean, the screams of pain that is liable to happen when that burning out your nostrils.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna do
Okay,
that.
sadist.
I didn't say it was going to be good.
So this road,
Do we know of any creatures that live in Lake Zarovich? In Lake Zarovich?
no, yeah, you haven't had.
Yeah, but I'm a mad mage.
Well, fine. You, the Mad Mage, know that Lake Zarovich is, for the most part, well, it's bitterly cold, and and the fish in there aren't particularly tasty, but nevertheless, a few people from Valaki will occasionally take fishing boats out and try to catch a few fish.
Except I am a mage, and so when I go fishing there, I use either Shocking Grasp or Lightning Bolt to electrocute the water in an area, and then just let them float to the top.
No, it's half cooked when you get there.
You don't want it cooked like that. You just want it to kill them.
Can you stop it though?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm very good at lightning fishing.
You're
So
probably the
Valaki-
best.
I am probably the best at lightning fishing.
Let's go to Valaki. It's been half an hour since we started.
Hooray!
That is nowhere near a record, by the way.
No, it's not.
Okay. You make the trip to Valaki, which you may recall looks like this. The old Svalich Road coming from the west.
Looks like a dog head.
Do we have any horses?
You do not.
Oh.
We have
Never took our
werewolves.
part.
You have werewolves and an armored chariot, and then Galf has his special chariot as well.
Okay, so okay. At what point did we lose our horses?
When Strahd got mad and threw you into the Ember Temple.
Oh, okay.
We also
'Cause
have
I was
a
gonna-
zombie old woman, don't we?
Yes.
You better believe.
Good.
I was gonna make a pop culture reference, but it doesn't.
Zombie. Hey.
No, that's not pop culture anymore. I was going to take my horse down the old Salvich Road. I was gonna ride till I can't no more.
Get out.
Okay.
All right. As you approach from the west, the gates are open. Last time when you came to Valaki, the gates were closed and the guards were very reluctant to let you in. This time they are open, and you hear quite a commotion coming from the center of town. In addition, you can see smoke from several fires coming up in the middle of town. Doesn't appear like buildings are on fire, but something's burning.
Witches.
Oh, perhaps it is feast day.
There are a couple guards standing out by the gates, and as you approach, they begin. They look at each other, and then one of them runs into town excitedly. The other one bows before you and says, "Welcome, Baron. Welcome back."
Why,
Directed
thank you.
towards Zell.
I see you've been cleaning up the place.
Yes. In fact, we have been scouring the place for any vampiric filth that might be in here. And indeed, we found one such vampire in our midst. And it's thanks to the vampire hunter, Van Richten, he calls himself, and his apprentice that we were able to catch this vampire and are burning it as we speak.
His what now?
Yeah, his apprentice. Protege.
Wait, so there are 3 vampires? I was right?
Vampire hunters.
No, they
You
caught
were-
one. They caught one. They just said they caught a vampire. Why is no one acknowledging that?
It could be Felge, for all we know.
That would be kind of funny, but
It
I
would
also
be,
don't
but
wanna
I
wish
don't
that-
think it is.
I don't want to wish that death on him, so that's why I'm saying this is a 3rd vampire.
Mido, is this apprentice's name protege?
I mean,
Because he's just
If-
labeled for life.
if she didn't already have a name, I would have named her Protege.
Okay.
She.
He didn't have that when we last met him, right?
If he did, he didn't tell you.
I don't recall he told us much, but
The guard says, "Please, Baron, we've tidied up the Baron's suite now that we're allowed to assist with these things. Please, come, return to your city."
gladly. I think before resting in my chamber is over, I want to see this vampire burn.
Yes,
Sounds like a choice.
absolutely. Please, I'll escort you there.
This sounds a lot like if you put down Animal Crossing for a long time, and then you go back and play it. But they're still happy to see you, and there's weeds everywhere. The town's burning.
All the townspeople have started burning vampires.
Yeah, it's just. It
It's just
reminds
like
me a lot.
Animal Crossing, yeah. So yes, they will lead you. Actually, where that first yellow circle appeared, just behind N7 here. And indeed, there is a large pile of kindling, probably left over from whatever the Festival of the Burning Sun was supposed to have been, that the late Baron was planning to throw. And tied in the center, very securely with metallic chains, is definitely has every indication of looking like a vampire, and he stares at you with burning red eyes, and two little fangs poke out from over his bottom lip.
Aw.
He doesn't say anything to you. He just stares with just pure hatred in his eyes.
That's what I was gonna say, Crash. I think you heard the same thing I did, which is two little fangs.
Yeah.
just two little fangs.
Yeah. There you
Got a
go.
little overbite.
Oh, he's so cute. Why do you have to describe him so cute?
Yeah, the townsfolk here, as you all pass through, they all seem to think very highly of the group. They cheer you for disposing of the horrendous Baron that preceded you, and now you are here to help them purge the city of vampires.
I'm strutting about like the $1 million I am.
And the guard turns to you, Zell, and says, "He was trying to incite the population against your group in particular. Spread horrible lies about you making deals with the devils in the Amber Temple. But we knew better. You came and rescued us from the grip of evil, and so we took this foul creature and have tied him here using these silver chains, so he cannot escape. And we plan to burn him in your name."
Question: are you burning him because he lied, or burning him because he's a vampire?
Why not both?
Commence a party with tacos.
Okay, no less dust.
Well, burning liars is probably a bad habit to get into.
Maybe for you.
No, I'm gonna go with, as a general rule, burning all liars is probably a bad habit to get into.
Especially when they're so cute.
And
Did you read Revelations?
Just look at that death-filled glare. Oh, he's a cute vampire. I like this vampire, Mido. Why'd you have to describe him so cute?
Okay, perception roll on the vampire,
Sure.
perhaps. Oh, that's right. So it's like cloudy in this land always, right?
Yes.
That's why vampires can be out during the day.
Right.
Still seems fishy.
We'll be by a lake.
True.
And what are you trying to perceive? Just anything
Anything-
off?
Yeah, anything off about this?
You notice several puncture marks that have long since, I guess, healed over on his neck. You also notice his clothing has some. It looks like he's been stabbed several times with like a sword.
Well, burn the vampire.
Burn the vampire! One of the townsfolk approaches you with a torch and offers it to you.
Interesting. I take the torch and I turn to Azariah with a glare and say, "Still feel like taking on vampires?" And I hand the torch to Azariah.
I'll take it and burn him.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, good. Your commitment is not a.
Your patron Azariah approves with a good.
Did we ever get like a solid reaction out of her patron once? Sorry, his patron once he turned to a lich.
What do you mean?
Like, so we know that his patron is still with him, obviously, and
Yes.
and talking to him, but I don't remember if there was an approval or disapproval that we
Oh,
heard of Azariah becoming a lich in the first place. Not, of
a
course, that was
very
shared with the
strong
rest of the.
approval.
Okay. Obviously not something that would be shared with the party. I was just curious.
Very, very strong approval.
That's scary.
Mm-hmm.
Who did you make a deal with, Azariah?
I have no idea.
Wait. Hang on. We didn't. Okay, before. Ah, dang it! I'm just a crazy person.
You are. That's correct. And
I was
crazy
gonna do
people
something.
Sometimes do the best things.
I forgot which character I was playing. I was gonna do something that actually benefited the party, but I did. That's not my MO anymore. So
Bing.
yes, you get a notification.
Yes, it's trademark. I get 25 cents from the patent office every time someone says my name.
Yeah. I don't think that's how that works, but
Yep.
okay.
Ah, too late. They signed it.
So the vampire does indeed burn, and as he begins to die, he suddenly screams out that a lot of threats about Strahd will eventually kill all of you and conquer not just Barovia, but the entire world
Mm.
very soon.
See, this is why I would, if I were a real party member, I would have tried to keep him alive. 'Cause it sounds like he has some good information, and obviously knew
Well, you're
how.
not.
Yeah, no, I know, and obviously knew that we were in the Amber Temple somehow. But
Also,
I
we're
am
in a
not.
situation where the murderous paladin Zell is in charge here, and if he wanted him burned, pretty sure unless every single member of the party was against
Oh
him,
yeah, no, he would burn for
he'd be
sure.
nowhere.
It's just would we be able to torture information out of him first? But moot point.
So does fire actually kill vampires?
It destroys their bodies.
Ah, crap.
Really?
That is that a yes?
Does it sound like a
It
yes?
wasn't explicitly a yes.
Because
Because it like
Yeah.
burns up their wispy form before they go back to the coffin.
Oh yeah, no.
That the
Fire
implication?
totally works on vampires.
yeah,
Super,
I'm totally gonna
super
trust him.
effective.
When you
Mhm.
say it like that with that tone, I question if you're being honest or not.
so DJ,
How dare
sorry, Lord Lustrious kind of shakes his head, realizing all this, and says, "You're all dumbasses, you know."
I just realized he had a new name.
Yes.
Why so?
Care to share, Lord
You-
Illuvius?
There are very specific ways to kill vampires, and none of them were exercised here.
We weren't trying to exercise the vampire.
That's only for ghosts.
I joke. No, I don't joke. I laugh. I laugh. Laugh is the word. I laugh.
I will play a rim shot on my steampunk boombox.
Best kind of boombox.
Azariah, you used to be a vampire hunter.
Yep.
You know vampires can only truly be killed in several ways. One, if you destroy their body in sunlight.
Yep.
B, running water.
Yep.
Or you go to their resting place and I actually am not 100% sure this is a 5th edition thing, but I definitely will keep the actual Dracula method, which is stake them in their resting place and cut off their head.
So, in theory, could we kill a vampire with a water hose?
That's
Yeah.
running water.
I-
Wait. Clarification question. Could we have killed this vampire if someone had parted the clouds above him as he was burning?
I mean, his body is turning into mist as you speak.
Okay, so someone part the clouds.
I don't
Oh
have a
yeah,
way to do that.
let's do that.
Lich, why don't you have weather magic?
I don't. I have lots of necromancy things.
I know, I'm the
Kill
one
the
that shoots
clouds.
lightning and stuff and has storm
Hey,
spells, so
Hey,
it should be
Paladin, do
me.
you have daylight?
I mean, we can all do a rain dance or something.
Boss.
Paladin, do you have daylight?
Boss, would I have
Uh,
control weather?
I cannot believe you guys are forgetting the most obvious
Yeah,
tool.
I was about to say, if only you had a method of
If
creating
only
sunlight.
you had a means to deal radiant damage.
Do we have a
Hep
Hep
not
Hep is
have
happily
it.
behind everyone.
Necromancy?
Oh.
Hep Hep is happily behind everyone going fwing, fwing.
Are we gonna have Hep kill the vampire? He has a sword that does radiance, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Are we gonna let him sit there and play with the sword?
It's a hep. You got a way to make him go kill somebody?
He's probably already friends with the vampire. We weren't even
Hep hep.
lost.
That vampire is escaping into mist. Use your sword to make him stay and be your friend.
Oh, that's cruel.
To stay? How do you use a knife to stay? I'm afraid I'm not very knowledgeable about sword play. Fwing.
Hep, you should use your sword to go draw a pretty picture with the mist.
Ooh, that's good.
Lauren says that's good.
I heard. You mean the mist coming out of that that smirking person on top of that? Is he on a pyre?
Yes.
How would I get up there?
Your exceeding dexterous little self. Anyone want to throw him?
Throw the
What?
hep hep.
Into the fire.
Into the fire. I knew this day would come. Excuse me, Mr. Vampire Friend, who is disappearing. Would you mind staying a little longer?
The vampire makes no intelligible sound, just makes a screech back at you.
I think that might have been a no.
Hep Hep, may I borrow your sword?
Yes.
Oh
here you
yeah, like
go.
that's gonna work.
Great. I'll take the sword and I'll run it through what's left of him.
The moment you touch that sword, your hand feels like it is on fire.
Hey, what the what?
You're evil.
It is scorching your hand to the bone.
I toss it to Zell.
There is definitely like a branded mark on your hand where you held that sword. It smells of horribly burned flesh.
Ouch!
I'll have to teach you how to use it. I held it too hard. You really want to go for less of an ouch and more of a swing.
Thank you.
Fling.
Fling.
What Azariah said, but only in the hands of a lawful neutral paladin.
So you run up to where the vampire is. The sun blade, as you may recall. Let's see. Here it is. The luminous blade emits bright light in a 15-foot radius. The light is considered sunlight. And as you approach this vampire with the blade, the mist begins to hiss and melt away into nothing. And the vampire's already burning flesh just seems to evaporate away. Do you like drive it into him, or do you just let the sunlight slowly melt him away?
Slowly melt him away.
Do I have
Alright.
time while he's slowly melting away to rip his fangs out?
Sure.
I want those.
Okay.
I was imagining a much bigger pyre, I suppose.
The crowd heartily approves of all of this, and they cheer on the Baron of Sunlight.
Who doesn't know how to make sunlight on his own?
That's right. I have minions for that.
Yeah. Oh,
I am not your minion.
You needed a werewolf for it. That's what makes it funnier.
The Baron of Borrowed Sunlight.
That's a good band name.
That is a pretty good band name.
I actually do like that.
When the melting has ceased, I will hand the sword back to. I am blanking on your name. How is possible? Hep up.
We now have a good weapon against the Lich should she turn crazy. Just throw the sword at her. Tim.
I mean, throwing swords at people is often effective, but
Yeah. But not Liches. They need lightsabers. That is a big bunny. Stop it.
Your old friend, the innkeeper, Erwin Mardikov, is among the crowd, and he applauds as you both step down from the pyre and says, "Friends, welcome back. You're just in time."
I have a question.
Yes.
Did the people notice when Azariah reacted the way he did to the sword?
Their attention was more focused on the burning vampire.
Okay.
just in time for what?
He says, "Well, word is that you were able to save the winery," and he says this loud enough for the others in the area to hear, and so another cheer goes up in the crowd, and he says, "As such, our patriarch Davian decided to bring out the very last, he cannot stress that enough, of our family's most precious reserve. And we would like your group to have it.
Oh yeah. In with the old and out with the out with the old and in with the new. That's what's going about to be due. Duh.
No,
Nailed it.
but it's old.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's
Yep, that
old.
was-
It's old wine, right? So it is
It
in with
is.
the old, and then if we vomit, it's out with the new. But
No, if we vomit, it's just out with the old again.
yeah, that's true. But new bile.
We humbly and graciously accept this gift.
Hell
That's
yeah, we
totally
do.
what
And he says, "Come, it's being kept in the inn here."
I don't know how I feel about going to a second location.
That's so meta, and you know
Do we
it.
just want to end the session here? Burn the vampire at the end.
We killed a vampire. We set out to do what we wanted.
Oh, that vampire went out like a. I have so much fur in my nostrils, you guys.
Not
Where
very
is he?
We'll
effective.
escort you back to the inn, where he has provided all of you 4 drinks per person.
Wow.
And these
Have we seen
4
Rickton?
drinks happen to correspond to one of each type of potion of healing.
Wow.
We should not drink those right now. I would rather have alcohol.
And Erwin will say that this wine is very, very special, made when the winery was at its peak many, many, many years ago. And there is a healing property to it that is somewhat magical, if you will, and will restore your wounds when you need it most.
But it also gets you drunk.
Well, yes.
When you
Oh.
need it most.
When you need it most.
Well, I need that most now, so.
I'm good.
And then he will take one very last bottle, probably of the most common variety, and pour a glass out for each of you.
Hell yeah.
Pretty sure I'm at full health.
And yes, he
Oh, it wasn't.
offers each and every one of you a drink.
Hooray!
It says, we cannot thank you. You have given Valaki hope once again for the first time in hundreds of years. The winery will resume its production of wine, and, well, I assume you're on your way to Castle Ravenloft to confront the devil himself. In fact, the vampire hunter and his apprentice just went there themselves not too long ago. Surely, with your combined efforts, we can put an end to Strahd's tyranny.
How long ago did they leave?
Let me think. Must have been early this morning.
On horseback?
Yes.
Why did he go by himself? Why did they go by themselves?
He shrugs and says, I assume they have their methods.
Did he say anything else before he left?
There was talk about some sort of book that his apprentice had, the woman. They were talking about they'd found it somewhere south of here, They decided to take it.
Did you see this book?
No, I did not. It sounded pretty important.
Huh.
And he looks over towards his son, whose name escapes me at the moment. Calls to him and asks, "What?"
Protege.
His son, protege. Protege, did you happen to catch anything about this book? And the young man will reply that there was talk of the blood of the Zarovich line. And he didn't know what that meant.
If only there was a party member who was an expert at finding books. Melissa. Poor Berenstain.
Would I know anything about the Zarovich line?
You know that Strahd, or you know who Strahd's parents were. You've of course heard of he had a brother named Sergei. That's the extent of your knowledge.
Okay.
So, your wine is all still sitting there. Does anyone drink their wine? Does anyone not drink the wine?
I don't think I would, because Hep remembers the last time he drank alcohol, and I believe it was actually in this building.
It was.
And
Right?
how awesome it was.
Like, I remember a lot of vomiting underneath the table. Like, I'm probably sitting at the very table. So I'd probably just push mine over to Folan. I know how much he likes his alcohol.
Yes, Polo drink both of the extra freebies. I'd be keeping the nice old ones, but
All right. If you're
Nice
not at full
stuff.
health already, make sure everybody is at full health.
I slurp mine down very noisily.
Erwin looks at you and he says, "Now you're a new face around here. I'm not sure we've met."
No, we haven't.
He extends a hand and says,
I ignore him.
I'm Erwin Martikov, the owner of this inn."
I was done after saying no, we haven't. I ignore him.
Your friend, he's keeps to himself, doesn't he?
the phrase you're looking for, he's an asshole, isn't he? And the answer is yes.
Well, I wouldn't want to speak ill of Valaki's saviors, now would I?
It's not ill if it's accurate.
He says, "Well, as you proceed to Castle Ravenloft, I've spoken to the rest of the family of the Wereraven family, and to the Ravens of Barovia in general, and we will do what we can to aid you. For Strahd is gathering the evil powers of Barovia to the castle itself."
That sounds climactic.
By the way, I have a question about
yes.
this scene.
Yes.
So we have. Does this little celebration in the inn include our entire retinue of werewolves and zombie old women? Or where are they?
Good question.
She's with me.
Okay. Yep. There we go. Did Hep bring her werewolves with her?
I feel like they would
I
come
mean,
along.
they could have shapeshifted into humans. We'll
okay,
go with
good.
that.
They would probably come along to protect their beloved queen.
Of course.
I just wasn't sure how people here would be reacting to werewolves, but that's true.
Yes.
Shapeshifting will be fine.
Yes.
Well, how is the old lady partying?
Not.
and Erwin will invite you to stay for the evening, but understands if you want to proceed east as soon as possible.
Well, I don't know that we want Rickton to have all the fun.
I. Hmm. Um. I would like to ask Zell if he has anything like a crystal ball or some holy water that I could borrow.
I do not deal with crystal balls, but holy water, that is my specialty.
Could I borrow some?
I take a vial of holy water off of my belt and hand it to Azariah and say, "You might want to be careful with that."
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to take the holy water and I'm going to use it as a focus, and I would like to scry on Rickton.
Oh. Alright. Let's see here. The target must make a wisdom save, which is modified by how well you know the target, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And you've worked with Rickton before, so I'm going to say that it counts as familiar.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah, you can also fail it while volunteer. Yeah, he doesn't care.
Cool.
You see him by himself. He is standing on a hill that's looking up at Castle Ravenloft. Let me take you to the bigger map. So if you scroll east to Castle Ravenloft, he's approximately at point J here.
Oh boy. And he's just like.
He's pacing back and forth as if he's waiting for something.
Hmm.
And through your scrying, you can see that immense dark clouds have surrounded Castle Ravenloft. And after a moment, you realize that not only are these clouds, but they are clouds of bats.
Does anyone
How
have
many?
sending? You can like call him.
I don't believe I have sending.
Nope.
Can we buy a scroll of sending in the town? We have a buttload of money.
You have a chariot load of money.
They do not sell spells here, or scroll spells.
Obviously not at the inn, but I mean in the town?
No.
What kind of backwater town is this?
It's probably been controlled by Strahd for so long that they're not allowed to sell anything that could be used against him.
Yeah,
That
whoever
is its own demi-plane.
Do spell scrolls promote happiness? That's the question.
Obviously not. They should be
Obviously
burned.
not.
Well, whoever is the new management of this town should get their act in gear. Because I imagine there's going to be at least 2 kerfuffles in that castle that could have been avoided had we been able to call the vampire hunter in advance.
Who's opposed to a kerfuffle, though?
I shrug.
I mean, if a kerfuffle ends with me dead, then yes, I'm opposed.
One way to find out.
One scientific way to find out.
Well, since we are lacking methods to talk to the vampire hunter, should we pursue him?
Do you believe it is a good idea?
Well, more importantly, should we go face Strahd?
Sure.
Free this land of the tyranny that's been ruling over it for.
I'm pretty sure you're just in it for the vampire kill, not actually the end of tyranny, but sure.
I don't think anything else will happen if we don't do it.
I'm in it for the glory.
So basically what I said, plus a little bit extra. But yeah, let's...
I'm in it for the kebabs.
That guy's mad. My friends and I went to the cinema. Mad.
All right. Well, if you all decide to proceed, the townspeople will, part and they cheer you on as you exit the city and make your way to Castle Ravenloft.
I assume they're cheering for kebabs.
Of course, and waving kebabs around as well.
Oh, and we're leaving?
They give you some for the road.
Oh, thank God.
All right, you begin making your way through the winding path leading ever uphill. You pass by the destroyed remnants of the windmill, you may recall, where you fought the hags. Point B, let's see here. These would be the gates of Ravenloft, which I should have a... Here we go. These. Looks like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Those guys need heads.
Nah. Actually, the heads look like they're on the ground. There they are.
That's not where those go.
And as you continue on the path, the sky darkens further. Lightning strikes the ground around you, but not directly on the path. The bats overhead continue to circle around and around the castle. But as you progress closer, you notice ravens are all over the place. Around the path, flying overhead, perched all about. They silently regard you.
Coexisting with the bats?
They are distinctly separate from the bats. Only, let's say the bats are around this here. The ravens don't go beyond that point there.
Interesting.
Okay. And when you get to the very edge of where the ravens are staying, one very large one appears to be graying feathers appears and transforms to become familiar face of Davian Mardikov.
What up,
and
D?
He says, "Are you ready? Because my family and the ravens are ready. We will distract the bats Otherwise, they will hound you to no end.
You mean they drive us batty?
Uh...
Wow.
He winks at you.
Oh, he's a dad too.
And he says, well, I'll take that as a yes. Just be careful on the bridge. You might, well, parts of the bridge are less than sturdy. And if you come without Strahd's invitation, it would be a problem.
Well, we're pretty good at dealing with bridges with danger around them.
That's good. That's good.
Last I checked, Strahd totally invited.
Yeah.
He seems a bit taken aback by this, and he says, did he now?
Got a letter and everything.
He,
I mean, that was before he banished us into.
No, then he sent another one being all like, hey, let's have a civil discourse. And I mean,
Oh,
we're
yes.
going to ignore the fact that I told him to fuck off, but I still got the letter. No, I ripped that apart. Never mind.
He's a bipolar little guy.
Let's see here. We're going to shift gears slightly, have a cutaway. Felge, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. Let me find the correct map for this. This one? Yeah, this is it. All right. A veal sliver. This map. And I'll put you here. And one more token. There we go. Okay. Now we're good. So, you, Felge, are on the western side of this map, which is probably the 4th floor, Castle Ravenloft. Standing on the balcony, looking west, and down far below, you can barely make out the figures of your former party approaching.
Hey, Strahd. See those dudes over there?
He nods and says, yes, the time has finally come. This will determine the future of Barovia and the rest of the material plane.
It certainly will.
This could either be the moment of my triumph, or the entire material plane will be cast into darkness forever.
Fascinating. Well,
And
let's hope for triumph.
he looks to you and says, the one that had made a deal, Azariah, is dangerous.
Tell me about it.
Far more dangerous than he realizes himself.
Oh.
And when he dies, I will be free. Barovia will be free. For when he dies, the last of the dark powers dies with him.
What?
And he looks back over the balcony, and his hands rest on the edge, and they are gripping the stone so tightly. Like the stone even begins to crack slightly because he's holding it so tightly. He says, I have waited for this moment for so long. And at last, my soul can be free. And he turns to you again and says, do what you will. Bring them to me, kill them, whatever you please. He actually seems to be showing emotion, which is the very first time you've seen anything but anger on his face. He says, I am feeling overwhelmed by this. You must excuse me.
Oh, that's too bad. Witch. You, witch lady, right here.
She looks at you and says, yes?
Do you have anything that can give me temporary hit points?
Temporary hit points? Does that mean I hit you and you temporarily have points for being hit?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes. Also, do you have anything that can give me... Sorry, I should have said it in roleplay. I apologize. Do you have anything that could make me a bit sturdier than I currently am?
She ponders this and says, well, there is a way. I don't know if the master would approve, but you see, our master has created a giant crystal heart at the top of the castle. And as long as that heart is intact, he is intact, if you will.
Okay, what does that have to do with this?
We could link you to the same heart.
Oh.
I can't guarantee that it would work exactly as it would for him, but something similar.
Yeah, why not?
Excellent. Well, follow me then. I shall take you to the top.
I obediently follow.
Okay. And she will begin leading you to the very top of the castle. And as you are doing so, you bump into another figure who is out on the balcony. Excuse me, do you know the way to the library?
Do I recognize this figure?
You do.
I recognize him from around the time I gained my powers.
Yes.
Oh, hey! It's good to see you, alive and well.
Forgive me,
undead
my memory's
and
been
well.
a bit of
Undead
a
and
jumble
well.
recently.
Undead and well. Let's go that way.
Have we met? My memory has been hazy lately.
Oh, understandable completely. We have, actually. You helped me become a vampire.
Did I? Yes. Sarcophagi. Yes, I remember that.
Mhm.
And
Something about passwords.
yes, passwords, and my spell book, and there was another lich. And they took my spell book, and
Yep, that lich is right over there, actually.
what? And he
yeah.
looks out and
Screw you.
there. Yes, the memory's back now. Yes, I told him how to become lich, and he repaid me by stealing my book.
Well, I mean, he tried, I'm sure. But,
He thinks for a moment and says, wait, there was a ward on the book. It's destroyed now, probably. Oh, if he destroyed my book, I swear. By all the 9 hells.
I think he destroyed your book.
Excuse me a moment. I have to go prepare a few things.
Yes. Sokol feels vindicated for that power word stun. Now.
All right. We're going to cut back to the party. All right. If you are all ready, this will be. Consider this a point of very difficult return.
Hey, anyone notice that big crystal he's thinking on top of the?
Nobody can see that from the outside.
I'm kidding.
Somebody does know it's there, though.
It's true.
Hang on, what are we talking about?
I'm glad we have all these health potions.
The crystal heart in the top of the tower.
Yes, only Azariah knows about this crystal because he found the scale model of Castle Ravenloft at the Amber Temple.
Oh, right.
And when he drew when he detected magic, found the Python staff in it. He also knows
I
that
still have that.
the top of it was connected to a crystalline heart.
So...
Wait, does Ezra know the significance of it, though?
No.
Okay.
All right. You guys ready?
Why
Sounds
not?
ready to me.
Okay.
Head
Let's kick
first.
this up.
Never give up. Never surrender. Don't stop moving forward.
Did we, by the way, question, did we, rest at the inn for a night, or did we just go and then leave?
You just went.
Okay.
Yay!
No matter what happens, at least one of us will be happy.
All right. As you begin moving forward, the ravens, as one, take to the air and charge at the cloud of bats. And they collide in midair with a great boom of thunder. You were able to cross the bridge without incident. So you are invited guests. So we will take you to the first map of Castle Ravenloft. So find yourselves in the center, far left.
Far left.
Ooh,
There we are.
This is a cool map.
Ooh.
It's very detailed and all to scale.
Did you do the thing that we always laugh at with this map?
What's that?
Did you masturbate this map?
No.
Well, it looks so good.
I bought it for Roll20.
Oh. It's almost as good.
I like it though. It looks like it's worth
Yeah.
the money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, this was absolutely
Solid.
worth the money, as you will see.
You can totally repurpose this for other things too.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So
Um,
how far are the walls from the ground floor, or like is this continuing up into the sky and this is just like a courtyard area, or?
That's a courtyard area, yes. So let me read the front courtyard description here. Thick, cold fog swirls in this courtyard. Sporadic flashes of lightning lance the weeping clouds overhead as thunder shakes the ground. Through the drizzle, you see torch flames fluttering on each side of the keep's open main doors. Warm light spills out of the entrance, flooding the courtyard. High above the entrance is a round window with shards of broken glass lodged in its iron frame. The walls that enclose the courtyard are 90 feet high.
Oh.
The dark towers of the castle rise even higher. The doors and the gate towers on each side of the tunnel entrance are shut against the rain, and a howling wind rushes through the courtyard. and it's on the GM layer. And I'm not entirely sure I can select it without making a bunch of other stuff. But I'm gonna quickly draw. This is where the main entrance would be in white here. So the roof covers that portion, but you see in that section the main doors.
Well, I kind of just want to explore, but I suppose we should go through the main doors at some point.
We didn't see any sign of Rookton on our way, did we?
You did not.
Well, that means he's probably inside. Let's go kick his face. Let's save some kicks for Strahd.
Kicks all around.
What does this white rectangle represent here?
Let me zoom out.
Portcullis.
Where's that? Oh, yes, portcullis.
Ah. And it's down?
Yes.
If I walk to the other side, do I see the same thing?
Yes, indeed. Oh, that's the castle footprint, it says. Okay.
And these sections are also 90 feet?
Right. Risky click. Okay, perfect.
Ooh.
There it goes. Yes, 90 feet all the way around.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of running around, not paying any attention to the group. Just curious. Are these doors right here, or what are they?
Where did you go? Oh, yes, those are doors.
Are they locked?
Yes.
What type of door are they?
Wooden.
Can I tell where they would go if they were to be opened?
Probably a watchtower.
Are they good watches?
I'll walk in the front door.
All right.
Are you an elk?
No, I'm still naked though, unless someone has forcibly clothed me, which is a real possibility, I would imagine.
I certainly have not.
So why isn't Hep leading this party? We need someone to check for all the traps.
Hep, what do you have to say about that?
I feel like if you just want to push me ahead in order to use me as trap bait, my werewolf entourage might not really like that too much. If you're like trying to trick me. But I mean, if you want me to just lead the way, you can certainly do that.
That we want you to do that.
I don't want you in particular to be the trap clicker. I just don't want the bard to be in front.
I see.
I'm just sort of running because the elk is running.
We appear to be the only ones who are actually approaching the castle.
Mm-hmm. Hep, as you enter the courtyard, your werewolves suddenly howl in pain.
Hans, Franz, and Liederkranz. And Gudrun, what's wrong?
They are unable to answer. They continue to howl in pain and hold their heads.
Are they just standing right outside?
They're right about here.
Okay. I would like to escort them just outside the gates, I guess.
Okay. And they let go of their heads and bow before you and say, "Forgive us, Queen, but the power here, we may lose ourselves and attack you."
I mean, really, that would just make my iron grip on the on the werewolves all the more if they start attacking me. But they don't know that, and Hep Hep doesn't know that. All right. Well, you should probably just stay out here then. Don't worry, your queen will go save the day. Yes.
They bow again and say, "Yes, we will await your return, your triumphant return."
Okay, but first, royal decree, group hug.
There's a group hug.
Yay. Okay, then I'll skip into the haunted castle.
What a delightful sentence. Azariah, I'm not sure why you're not able. Character. Let me make another one. Can you move the second one?
No.
No? What did you do?
I don't know.
Huh. Okay, let's try this. How about now?
No.
Don't try to sound all cute and vile, Lich.
I'm having issues, like, the map keeps flashing for me, so it may
Oh,
just...
maybe roll 20's unhappy.
Weird.
Does reloading help?
Let's try.
I'm going to ruin it by switching to another map.
Ah!
I'll wait. Alright. I'll put everybody first room here. Page.
I can move now.
Excellent. Next.
Ooh.
Let's do that. Sure, you came from out there. These, of course, go. Go. All right. The entry. The ornate outer doors of the castle hang open, flanked by fluttering torches and iron sconces. 20 feet inside the castle is a second set of doors, which suddenly swing open of their own accord. The grand doors in front of you suddenly swing open, revealing a grand hall filled with the sound of organ music.
This one's the one that has organ music?
Yes, you can hear organ music coming from this room.
Can I hear anything from the other side?
Like echoing into the room, I should say.
Mm.
And what did you say?
I asked if I could hear anything coming from the other side.
Aside from the howling winds.
Okay.
I will go in to this hall.
All right.
Me too.
We have been in here before.
You have. Long time
that's
ago.
right.
For dinner.
Yes, dinner was to the south. I believe the organ was to the south as well.
I think you're correct. I think it was like down here.
Cobwebs stretched between the columns that support the vaulted ceiling of a great dusty hall, dimly lit by sputtering torches and iron sconces. The torches cast odd shadows across the faces of 8 stone gargoyles squatting motionlessly on the rim of the domed ceiling.
They're pooping.
Cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered by decay. Double doors of bronze stand closed to the east. To the north, a wide staircase climbs into darkness. A lit hallway to the south contains another set of bronze doors, through which you can hear sad and majestic organ tones.
Yeah, you guys have been in here before, but I haven't, so I'm just gonna start wandering around.
So Galf also hasn't been in here before, correct?
It's true.
So you two need a tour guide, and who better
Oh.
than the Queen of Werewolves herself?
Ooh.
I agree. Also, this doesn't seem like the place for my war wagon, so I'm going to leave that behind.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I'm going on the Hep Hep tour. I don't know if I was sober enough to remember the last time we were here.
Chances are you weren't.
And chances are you won't remember it this time either.
True, we did just have really nice wine. Poland just gets great joy out of getting to re-experience things so much. He's had so many second first dates.
Well, I don't remember which way we went last time.
Just pick a direction, Hep Hep.
South.
Tour
and
guide
west.
us.
Okay.
But
Can
that
those
doesn't
of us
just
who
make
have been here before make like an intelligence check or something to figure out where we want to go?
Yeah, why not? I guess it would depend, like, where do you want to go, and then an intelligence check to see if you can navigate your way to that.
It's a great question, guys. Where do we want to go?
Let's go upstairs.
Is it downstairs?
I'm just following Hep Hep.
This way looks downstairs.
That is upstairs.
Oh, okay. I can't tell proportions right now. That's fine. Hep Hep!
I chose south.
Idiots.
The south is the guest hall. May reveal this here.
This is the guest's hall.
Torchlight flutters against the walls of this vaulted hall. To the east, an arched hallway stretches for 20 feet, ending at a spiral staircase that goes up and down. Next to the hallway, a suit of armor, oiled and glistening, stands attention shallow. To the west, large double doors hang slightly open, and a steady bright light escapes through the opening. Swells of organ music come from behind the doors, spilling their melody of power and defeat into the hall.
I was going to repeat exactly what you said,
I knew you were.
but then you kept going, and I lost
That's why
track.
I didn't stop.
So instead, I'm just going to say, and over there is the spiral staircase that goes up and down. And then I don't know where we were led last time. Over here?
Mm-hmm.
These doors?
Yeah, that's the one that had like the dining hall and the organ.
Okay. Do you go in, Hep Hep?
Yes.
All right. Three enormous crystal chandeliers brilliantly illuminate this magnificent chamber. Pillars of stone stand against dull white marble walls, supporting the ceiling. In the center of the room, a long, heavy table is covered with fine white satin cloth. The table is laden with, and I'll add in here, formerly delectable foods. Looks like the same food that was laid out for you last time, only now it is definitely spoiled and rotting.
Huh.
I need like a notebook or something to repeat all of this.
At the center of the far west wall, between floor-to-ceiling mirrors, stands a massive organ. Its pipes blare out a thunderous melody that speaks in its tone of greatness and despair. Seated at the organ, facing away from you, A single caped figure pounds the keys in raptured ecstasy. The figure suddenly stops, and as a deep silence falls over the dining hall, it slowly turns towards you.
And this is the dining hall, and oh, and you are?
Azariah and Zell, were you following along?
No.
No?
I wasn't planning to.
Okay. Strahd stands and looks at all of you and greets you. Good evening. Two of you I recognize. Well, no, three of you, though you had more clothing on last time I saw you.
I don't know how to respond to that. I'm just a naked guy.
I'm
I
not.
had more clothes on the last time? I feel like I'm wearing the same thing.
I was not 100% sure who that was directed at, actually.
Actually, do I remember the last time, like as Mad Mage, do I remember the last time that I encountered Strahd?
Vaguely, pieces of it, and you know he is the one most likely responsible for breaking your mind.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, well, we hate to interrupt your organ playing. We'll be on our way, and I'll start closing the door and exiting. Sorry to interrupt.
Where
You close
next?
the doors behind you.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
closing the doors.
Where next, Miss Hep Hep?
To the staircase.
Ooh, I love staircases.
As we're going down the staircase, I will call back to them and say, "Hey, Strahd's in there playing the piano."
I'm going on an adventure.
Woo-hoo!
Are you going upstairs or downstairs?
Let's go up.
Up. All right. Azariah and Zell, what are you up to?
Shaking my head.
It's the only appropriate thing to do in this situation.
This is why I should never choose where we go.
It's too early for parties.
I know.
When has that ever stopped you?
Say, you don't have to follow. I told you where Strahd is.
Right. Up 50 feet. Map. Oh, that's helpful because it goes. Okay. We're going to be having a real crowded hallway here. Really crowded staircase. Well, let me say this. You go up 50 feet to a landing. There is a doorway at this landing, but the stairs continue to go up if you would like to continue going.
Keep going up.
Up it is. To map 5. Same thing. A landing and more stairs going up.
Just the landing.
Say that again?
Just the landing, you said?
Yeah, there's a landing, but there are stairs going up as well.
Okay. Let's continue on with the good thing. We're gonna keep going up those stairs.
More stairs.
Oh yeah.
Map 6. Okay, this is the top of this particular flight of stairs.
Damn.
Am I supposed to be seeing our party?
No, I was waiting to before I scooted everyone onto the map. Okay. 6. Hep Hep is coming up the stairs here. Okay, there you all are. It's a very crowded stairway. Hep Hep, you see a door to the left and more stairs going up further. Different staircase this time.
Hep Hep's getting a little winded, so let's see what's inside this door.
All right. Let me read the description of this room as well. In this particular room, actually, right where you're standing, Hep Hep, there's a big portrait on the wall. You come to a dark landing 10 feet wide and 20 feet long. A cold draft of wind rushes down the spiral staircase at the north end of the east wall and whistles mournfully through the room before streaming down the stairs to the south. An ornate square rug covers the floor to the south. Set into the west wall is an iron-bound wooden trapdoor set into the floor in front of it. Hanging on the north wall above the trapdoor is a framed portrait of a handsome, well-dressed man with serene yet penetrating gaze. And as you look at this portrait, it looks vaguely similar to Strahd, but a lot less vampire-y.
It's his brother, Emilio.
Oh, perfect. Hopefully this is one of those massive URLs. There we go. I forgot to make a handout for this.
Yeah, that's our Emilio.
Well, this is all new territory for me. I don't remember this portrait, but we will see what's in this door here. Is this door open?
It is unlocked.
Okay.
All right. You have found the lounge.
Score!
As thunder shakes the tower, heavy beams groan under the weight of the ceiling. 3 ornate lanterns hang by chains from these beams, each casting a dim glow. The curved west wall is fitted with 3 windows of leaded glass and a steel latticework. A bookcase sits on the east wall between the 2 doors. Plush, overstuffed chairs and couches are placed about the room. Fabric is faded with age, and the patterns it depicts are nearly gone. Lounging on one couch is a handsome young man whose attire, while elegant, is worn and faded. And he, I should probably put his token on them. Handsome man who shows. Here we go. Perfect. And what he actually looks like is different. There's a handout for this. Except the handout has a couple other people in it as well.
Mido, does this character have a Polynesian accent? And by that, I mean an Irish.
Scottish. He looks like the second figure.
The purple?
Purple robe, yes.
Okay.
He is reading a book, and he looks up at you with mild disinterest.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I keep interrupting people.
And who might you be? kind of bizarre man-of creature are you?
I am Hip Hip. And
He
your name?
looks over at you, Mr. Moe, and says, "And you, what are you doing here? I don't recall you being invited."
Well, that ain't no way to treat a fine celebrity like myself.
Celebrity in Barovia? I think not.
You're
He,
right.
Yes, he's
he
This is
very
sets
my-
well
the book
known.
down and says, "I would have heard of such things in this miserable, dreary, dull dump."
I just noticed the token.
Did you just think I was being strange asking if it had a Polynesian / Irish
Yes,
accent?
I did.
That does sound like something stupid. I will ask. I will give you.
Don't tell me nobody's never told you about the way Lord Lustrious will sit a man down with merely the words which he speaks.
He waves a hand nonchalantly. "I've never heard of you. How good could you be?"
Are there any horizontal surfaces higher than the floor in this room?
I mean, there's an overstuffed couch behind you.
I'm gonna get up on it
Mm-hmm.
and drop this in his face. This is very difficult to do with push to talk. Has been, last been, you think you're going fast and you can't see past your face. You belong in the NAS bin. Give me half a reason to hold back a legion of oriental chefs, chopping war wounds and lesions. Bow down, big puppy. To me, you're like a guppy. Can't fight my silver gaze. I'm cold fire like G. Lapie. Focus pressure on the wicked, destruction of the crooked. The dark must be the runner in my winning game of cricket. Oh
He,
wait, that's confusion, by the way.
When
okay.
he's done, Hep Hep will slowly turn around and look at this man on the couch and say, "Word to your mother."
What are the rest of you doing out there?
Clapping.
Okay.
Observing.
I think Azariah and I might still be on the ground floor, actually.
Oh, okay. My mistake. Let's see. So you're casting confusion.
Not particularly aggressively, but you know, he's got to know who he's dealing with now.
Yes, I too often cast spells, not aggressively, but just as a display
I'm
of
gonna
dominance.
interpret that as he still needs to make a win.
Yes, though.
What's your spell save?
He just beat it.
Wow. He slow claps and says, "Yes, yes, very amusing. I'll grant you that. It's different. I haven't heard that style of music and oh, God, it feels like forever."
What feels like forever, may I ask?
Oh, since the last time I heard anything that wasn't that damn organ downstairs.
It's true, it's not one of my favorite instruments.
And he says, "So, tell me." He gets up and stretches a little bit. "Oh, why are you here again? I mean, it's kind of part of my duty to make sure that unwanted visitors don't come in. Otherwise, I have permission to take their blood."
I have a dinner date with Strahd von Zarovich.
"A dinner? Yes." He seems to have remembered something. "Yes, yes. He mentioned there might be some people coming over for dinner. The same as before, if I recall. About a week ago, he had some people over for dinner. Perhaps you seem to have gotten lost.
You mean on the way to the dining room?
Yes, you've come upstairs quite a bit
Oh, yes.
on the first floor.
We found the dining room, but we accidentally interrupted the person playing the organ. So we just kind of wanted to see what else the castle had in store. Yes.
He looks at you as if you're the biggest idiot ever
Yep.
and says, "That would be Strahd von Zarovich himself. I suggest you go running back down and apologize for leaving him, as he was being a gracious host."
He seemed quite busy playing the organ. I can't believe I committed such a social faux pas.
Yes, run along. Leave me to my reading.
Are you not also coming to the dinner, Mr.
Escher, and no.
You don't wish to eat dinner with us?
No.
He's not. That wouldn't be MC Escher, would it?
No.
Because I've got to challenge you if you're MC Escher.
I'm afraid not.
I so desperately want you to rap battle with MC Escher.
Me too.
It's so stupid.
If someone else would like to RP MC
I will
Escher.
not.
It would
Well,
need a
perhaps
Dutch
we will see
accent.
you. Perhaps we will see you after the dinner, Mr. Escher. Yes.
He smiles and says, "Oh, yes, I'm sure we will."
Okay. I will leave.
I will leave too, but not while. But I will not turn my back on this oiled up character.
Mm.
Priorities.
So,
I will
hear
tell
that there
Golf
might be some
and,
people on the
and
ground floor.
the Mad Mage. Silly me. In the dining room playing the organ, that was actually Strahd himself. We should go back down.
We should keep going upstairs then.
But Mr. Escher told us to go back down and introduce ourselves.
Hep
Yes,
hep.
didn't he say he thought he was being a gracious host? Gracious hosts don't sit in a room playing the piano when they're waiting on you. They greet you. Graciously.
I'll admit I also thought that was kind of strange.
Yes, he's being kind of rude.
Did we bring anything as a gift to Strahd von Zarovich?
Well, let's find one here in the castle. He's probably forgotten about something he owed.
I like to imagine all five of our eyes just go up to this portrait of him.
I love it.
All the best presents are always found at the top of the castle.
Meanwhile, on the ground floor, where Azariah and Zell think?
Well, Azariah,
Yep.
shall we?
Let's.
Okay.
Such a chatty duo.
Now they kiss.
Oh.
I fling open the doors to the dining hall with your.
Azariah, is your face bones?
No, I'm still my studly self. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Based
so
on
you,
how bones.
okay, so you guys could actually kiss. Skeletons
Mo
cannot
needed to
do
know
that.
for the fan art that he's drawing.
I will-
Wait a minute. I thought we established that her face started rotting the second she became a lich.
His face.
I am rotting equal to the rottingness of my soul, I believe is what we went with, and seeing as how it was established that I became a lich yesterday.
Yes, correct.
As someone liked to point out, thank you so rudely.
The room is empty.
It's impolite to ask a lich her age.
And the organ is silent.
The organ is not playing at the moment.
I use Mage Hand to think around with some keys on the organ.
Please tell me you're playing like Baba, like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, or Chopsticks.
Good evening.
Sup, Strahd?
Chops.
Stupid sword.
Tony's silent.
I will open the door and gesture for Strahd to come in.
Welcome to your party.
Count Strahd, I believe you sent us an invite asking for civil discourse, did you not?
Indeed, I did. Now, come upstairs.
Oh, not upstairs.
God, I have to look at the maps to make sure I take you the right direction. Oh, God, this map. Okay, that one goes to that one, which goes to... Nope, not the right direction. Okay, when this is all said and done, I will reveal the whole map to you to show you just how horribly convoluted this is.
I can empathize with you.
Yeah, you saw. Right. Okay, yes, this will work. He will lead you the way your party went.
Oh, good.
Only he will only go up 2 flights instead of 3. Okay. Paste him here. You guys over. All right. We'll lead you to the next room, which is the... Oh, he as you walk through here, he says, "Mind the rats." And as you pass by, there are 2 human-like shapes on either end of this hallway, but upon closer inspection, you can see that they are giant swarms of rats that have assembled themselves into vaguely humanoid shapes.
That's quaint.
Hey, they did that in the new Wreck-It Ralph movie.
Oh, and then Felge and the hag are no longer on the balcony.
We're still on the balcony?
You are not. You have gone elsewhere.
Okay.
And Strahd will lead you into the dining hall of the Count. Are you following?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. Dust assaults your lungs, a sweet yet pungent smell of decay fills, in the center of which stands a long oak table. A blanket of dust covers the tabletop and its fine china and silverware. In the center of the table, a large tiered cake leans heavily to one side. The once white frosting has turned green with age. Cobwebs hang like dusty lace down every side of the cake. A single doll figure, a well-dressed woman, adorns the crust of the cake. Suspended above is a web-shrouded chandelier of arched iron. An arched window in the south wall is draped with heavy curtains. Resting in a wooden stand by the window is a dusty lute. And standing quietly in the southwest corner is a tall harp shrouded in cobwebs.
Does you said there's a well-dressed woman on the cake
Yes.
figurine?
In the center.
Does it look like what's her name, Katrina or
It
something?
does. Irina.
Irina.
It does.
Oh.
Bummer.
I will actually say, oh hey, look, it's Irina, as I nudge.
He pauses and says, her name is Tatiana. And then he continues. And he opens the next door and holds it open for you and says, please, in this room.
I will. Is it quite obvious that he wants us to go through first?
Yes. And looking inside, it looks like you can see a few couches and the ends of bookshelves. And it is apparent that the room is being lit by a massive fireplace.
I will step aside and bow and have my zombie go first.
Okay. She will do so. Let me get a zombie token. Do I have a zombie token? Surely I have a zombie token. I do. Here we go. No, Strahd did not turn into a zombie.
Dang it.
Okay. The zombie stands there, and Strahd says, "No traps here. As I promised, we will discuss in a civil manner."
I'll go ahead and walk through the doorway.
I'll follow Zell.
All right. All right. There's that.
I mean, what's the world coming to if you can't take a vampire at his word? That is a serious fire.
That's what we're worried about.
Why don't you use it to kill Strahd?
I don't think I've met this gentleman on the
Sup, Eggsy?
He says, "Azariah, my good friend. The good count invited me after helping me with the situation. I was
Cool. Yep.
The count gestures to the fourth seat. Says, "Please sit down. You have nothing to fear from this lich." And Exithanter nods and says, "Oh yes, nothing to fear at all. You see, we've come to an agreement, and it's yes, polite, civilized talk is what this situation means, with delicate,
Insight
precise words."
Cool. Yeah, that sounds like a great plan. Let's do that.
Your patron begins saying, "Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him."
Which one?
Kill the Lich. Don't let him speak. Don't let either of them speak. Kill them both. Kill the Paladin. Just kill them all.
What?
But not the lady zombie. She's cool.
Wait. Are you just now realizing that your patron may have some ulterior motive?
No. I'm just trying to figure out how the crap he wants me to do that.
Probably Frost Ray.
Definitely Ray of Frost is where we're going with this.
We're gonna go back to the rest of the party. Get that on a nice little cliffhanger. If I can find what map I left you on.
Level 6 or something?
Yes, that's it.
I was thinking, what's your name now? Mo?
Me?
Yeah.
Lord Lustrious.
I was thinking Lord Lustrious, in the same way that when you're a hammer, everything is a nail. When you're an MC, everything is a stage. As you kind of got up on that, I just thought your question was so perfect. Is there anything above ground level? And I was like, oh, I know where this is going. But
You get
yeah, I'm just following Hep Hep.
Okay. Hep, where are you off to?
I like the idea of bringing Strahd a gift, and I like the idea of it being a portrait of himself.
All right. Oops. Okay. Okay. Are you taking the portrait off the...
I will attempt to, sure.
How large is it?
All right, everyone roll initiative.
Whoa!
Except for everyone on this floor, I should say.
What?
Fighting the painting.
painting was a mimic.
Okay. Where's my initiative?
Wah, wah.
How did I get the best initiative with a 14?
There it is.
Because elks are very decisive creatures.
I suppose. Except I'm not an elk.
Okay.
But you know how to be one.
That is true.
Okay.
And I channel that every time that I initiate.
20 minus 5.
Haha! 14.2 beats a 14.
That being said, it's going to get the drop on you.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
All right, the Guardian Portrait of Strahd attacks, which is a sentence I've always wanted to say.
Oh, that's great.
It attacks me.
Yes. Well, it not necessarily attacks as much as it's casting a spell. And the portrait does not need to make a charisma save for this. Hep, make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
That's unfortunate.
That's amazing.
Whoa.
All right. Hep, you have become charmed by the portrait, and a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on your head, and madness glows in your eyes.
Well, none of us noticed anything different.
Might I
Takes
have
us
a
to
new
the Mad
friend?
Mage's.
Okay.
So, for all you know, a crown just appeared on Hep's head the moment he picked up this portrait.
Okay, so there wasn't.
That's noticeable though.
It's no, but I mean, you don't see anything else happen.
Do I notice a demeanor change in Hep Hep? Like, does he stand differently? She stand differently? Or
I'll leave that to Crash to interpret how Hep Hep might go mad.
You said I'm charmed by the painting, and I immediately
Yes.
thought like I'm blushing of the handsomeness of the painting. So let's say I'm giggling a lot.
okay, okay. Well, that's not too out of the ordinary.
It is not.
So yes, a crown appeared on his head and giggling.
Okay. Can I make like? Is there any type of check that I can make, like
Probably
Arcana
Arcana.
check or something, to determine whether or not a spell was cast, and if I
Yes.
would know what it was? Okay, my Arcana is plus 13.
Well,
So let's just roll that.
yes. So you recognize that Crown of Madness has been cast upon Hep Hep.
And how to dismiss it, potentially?
Either by destroying the portrait or the target makes a suitable regains their senses on their own. A wisdom save.
So removing the crown has no effect?
No.
Alright, I will attempt to destroy the painting with a spell.
Magic missile at 9th level.
Well, see, the problem is I know that I have more spells than are actually on my sheet, but I don't always have
Yes.
time to like look up which spells I have access
Yes,
to in
I
the
understand.
wide world of whatever. What? Yeah, I guess magic missile. I don't really have too many attacking spells. I have lots of utility spells listed. And I don't really want to do like I guess I could do lightning bolt.
I could do that without casting a spell.
Well, it's a 3rd level spell for me, so presumably it also does more damage.
I shoot it out of my hands, and it's 3rd level.
Oh right, that's that thing. I forgot about that.
What I was gonna do.
I mean, well, now you're just bragging.
I'm glad we were on the same page. No,
yeah,
really,
you're,
I'm just glad we're
you're
on
just
the
bragging
same page.
that you get that as a cantrip.
I went to great lengths to have this lightning from my hands.
Sure. I'll lightning bolt it. And then if you want to also lightning bolt it, great.
Thank you for the permission. I appreciate that.
It was a permission. It was encouragement.
The portrait uses its reaction to counterspell.
Oh! Oh!
Portrait getting sassy.
What does he have to roll against?
Is it possible to counterspell a counterspell?
A thing?
It just says if the creature is casting a spell of 3rd level or failed.
Huh.
But can you counterspell a counterspell?
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, you actually can.
That's what I
Canon
thought.
Magic the
Are you
Gathering.
kidding?
I thought you could. I think I've seen it before.
Really?
Yeah, you can counterspell a counterspell.
I need to look this up.
Don't you have to prepare counterspell?
It's
It
not
is
in
Pittsburgh.
not in this.
And then,
Oh my god, you can.
Yeah, Counterspell also got changed quite a bit between Pathfinder and 5th edition, because Counterspell used to be that you had to have the exact spell that you were counterspelling prepared. Now it's just like kind of a blanket counterspell.
It's so much better because the original version was so stupid.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I get the intent of the original version being like, in order to completely negate something, you have to understand the exact type of magic that's being used.
Yeah,
but
conceptually it
functionally,
makes sense. But
yeah, it's much better now.
The mechanics are dumb.
Hmm.
Huh. So, golf is counterspelling the counterspell.
Damn right.
Golf has magic?
Damn right.
That's
So I guess
new.
I need to roll damage.
Yeah.
What's damage on lightning bolt?
Let's find out.
66.
Because I've got some levels under my belt.
Actually, that feels wrong. 66 feels wrong.
A dex save.
86.
Oh, because this portrait is quite the dexterous portrait. It has a -5. Oh my god.
Very nice. What did you say it was, Sparty?
8d6 is the.
All right.
Oh, at higher, if you're casting it at higher levels, you had a d6 for each
No,
slot
I was
on
just
turn.
casting it at level 3 because I didn't think it would be that big of a deal, but
Joke's on you!
yeah, seriously. 8d6. 25.
Okay. Right. The portrait is reduced to flaming splinters.
Excellent. And what happens to the crown?
The crown vanishes,
Good.
leaving a very confused Hep in its.
I really like to imagine this from the point of view of Escher, just happily reading in the other room. When he hears us talking, a lot of giggling, and then an explosion.
I'm afraid
Well.
we'll have to look somewhere else.
Ooh, do you think he has his
Is
own
everything
personal
okay
art?
out there?
Oh, yes. Does Strahd have his own personal art gallery somewhere where we might procure a painting of himself to give to him?
You want to give a portrait of what?
Yes.
We want to give Strahd a
Yes.
portrait of himself.
Why?
Who doesn't like paintings of themselves? Especially
Well,
if they
there is a portrait of him just outside.
There's not.
No, there's
Look, there's not.
Also, the answer to the question, who doesn't like receiving a painting of
Oh.
themselves, is...
Adventurers, always taking everything that's not nailed down. Next, you'll try taking the rug and.
Do you think Strahd would like the rug?
Yes, I think he would like the rug indeed. Yes.
Do you think he would like
He
it
would love that
more?
rug.
Do you think he would like it more or less if it came with a painting of himself?
He gives you a withering look and says, "Oh, I think he would love it if you were to him the rug, and I think he would forgive you this." And he gestures towards the wood chips on the floor.
Oh, where did those wood chips come from?
That seems unsuspicious.
Hey, he drew attention to them. I hadn't seen them. I don't look down when I walk. I just expect my feet to move nicely. I expect your castle to be clean and without obstructions like wood chips. Do you have a cleaning service in here?
He sighs and says, Go do what it is you need to do."
Procure painting, yes.
He says, "There's a painting in the study, but it's not of straw."
Who's it of?
Why don't you go look for yourselves? I'm busy.
I don't think
Easy
we know where
being-
the study is.
This is accurate.
You're brave adventurers. You can figure it out.
The bird guy doesn't know where the study is.
All right, adventurers, we will find the study. I'm hoping there will be more explosions.
All right. Upstairs or downstairs? Or there's another door down in this room, the lounge.
Ooh, let's go through
wanna
that door, right by the guy.
Oh, great.
You again? I
Well,
thought you were going
my-
to go retrieve a painting.
my adventuring senses say the study is this way.
That's my room. Why are you going into my room?
I will go in.
No, that is my room.
Excuse us.
A large bed sits in the center of this. Its four-corner post supporting a black canopy trimmed with gold tassels. Several comfortable. Is it divans? I forget how to pronounce them. Divans.
I don't know.
And those
Divans.
things,
It's
Divans.
divans, are placed about the room. There's a banded door in the west wall and a smaller unbanded door in the east wall.
I'm going to the east wall.
Yes, this doesn't look like a good place to study.
He says, "Please, I have. Oh, you just walked right into the closet, which is a small wood-paneled room, reeking of mildew, and has a 10-foot high ceiling. Iron hooks line the walls, and a dusty black cloak hangs from one hook in the center of the south wall.
This does look like a good place to study. Is this the study?
That's the study. You should check for a painting in the floor in the corner.
Investigation check.
Yes, I will help.
I don't actually know what is investigation based off of.
Intelligence.
All right, +5.
All right. Med Mage finds a trapdoor in the corner.
I think I found the way to the painting. Thank you. I go inside.
I will
You go
follow.
inside.
Yep.
Yes,
Both of
thank you, Mr. Escher.
Okay, let me check. Here.
So, boss, are
Yeah.
we where you thought we would be?
No. No. One moment. Oh. I'm trying to make sure I understand where this connects. Because this looks like you're going to be falling a very, very long way.
That's fine. I mean, I went in first before realizing that I was going to be falling a long way, so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Well-
sorry. Did you confuse me with the logical mage of Mount Baratok?
No. I'm just. Except that doesn't match the floor beneath it. Oh, God. Where did you go? Where have you two gone?
We've entered the void.
I can't figure it out.
They're back at the Tomb of Horrors.
Space
Yes.
between
Finally.
spaces.
Oh, look, a bag of holding.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, now I understand. Okay. That is strange, but it makes sense now. Because what I think it means is that the trapdoor is not in the floor, it's in the ceiling. But the
Oh.
book does not specify that.
So are we falling through the ceiling?
You
now?
are not falling. You have opened a trapdoor in the
Oh.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Okay.
Though I do like the idea of it like sucking you.
um, All we found was a hole in the ceiling. It doesn't
Ooh.
appear to be art.
Can we go through the hole in the ceiling? Ooh, maybe the
I'm
art
definitely-
is through the hole in the ceiling.
I'm definitely going through it, whether it's up or down or
Ooh, look and see if there's art
left or
there.
right. I jump up into it.
Okay. Oh boy.
You said it's 10, like a 10-foot high
Yes,
ceiling, so I might
just
I might need a boost.
Ooh, boost him.
I will boost.
Actually, did you gain any height as a werewolf? Because otherwise, I think I might be the one most
The
obligated to.
Mr. Mo, are you following them?
No way. I don't want to go into some stinky closet.
No, hell, you're gonna split the party 3 ways.
Yep, I'm gonna just keep going up.
No.
Well, depending on where this hole goes, maybe we'll
Okay.
meet up pretty soon.
All right, let me. You'll be in the bottom left corner, roughly.
Okay. Oh, yep, I see us.
Need to figure out where Mo is. Oh, he's not far. Perfect.
What is this?
I will read you the description shortly. Get Mo right here. All right, 55. Heavy beams support the ceiling of this large room, the outer wall of which curves to follow the shape of the tower. Dim light filters into the room through the steel lattice squares of 2 leaded glass windows. Several tables stand throughout the room, weighed down by stacks of glass jars and bottles, all of them bearing labels. And the trapdoor you came through is right here.
Is one of them labeled alpaca?
Is
Yeah,
there
I
a
mean,
lever around that activates the trapdoor? And then another lever? That's what I'm hoping.
Well, one is labeled wrong lever.
Good.
yeah.
Isn't it amazing that everyone's seen that movie?
It's
Well, it's
because
the
it's
best
so
movie.
good.
Yeah.
It's just one. I like the amount of things that everyone just gets, no matter what your life is like. So you've probably seen The Emperor's New Groove.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I want to go through this door.
Okay.
I want to see what things are labeled as.
Okay. Mr. Mo, you have entered the low ceiling of this 20-foot square room. That does not look very square. Room presses down on you. Torn and broken couches lie in heaps, haphazardly strewn about. Deep claw marks cover the hardwood furniture, and the once lush upholstery has been sliced to shreds.
Man, shoot. Someone had a hell of a good night here.
Mason, you
Yes.
see, the glass containers hold various elements. One is labeled Eye of Newt, another Hair of Bat, Snail Hearts, Frog's Breath.
Anything assembled, though, or just raw elements?
Raw elements.
Okay.
You hear footsteps on the other side of the door to the north.
This door?
Yes.
I'll open it. Do the footsteps sound like they're coming towards the door or going
Yes.
away from the door?
Yes.
I'll open it with the intent of potentially stunning whoever is on the other side.
You do indeed, because the witch tumbles into the floor, being pulled by you. Oops, sorry. Scoot there. Ah!
Hello.
Oh! Hey, look at that room.
The witch picks herself up and grumbles and says, "Adventurers opening. Can't you see I was trying to open the door? I don't need. I'm not that old. I can open the door myself. Now."
How would I have been able to
scrambles
see
over.
that you were trying to open the door from being on the other side of the door?
Shut up.
Is this the study?
She says, "No, now hold on to this," and she gives you about 5 different jars.
Could you point us in the direction of the study?
I hold the jars.
She says, "No."
Are
Now
you
hold
an elk
this.
right now?
And she gives you 6 jars to hold on to.
No.
She turns to you, Golf. Hold these.
What?
Hold these. I need you to hold these.
I'm not gonna hold this.
Bah, useless. You, Hep Hep. Well, she doesn't know who Hep Hep. I'm sorry.
Everyone knows who
you.
Hip is.
Ugly goblin thing.
Yes.
Hold these.
Okay.
The readiness with which he answered yes to ugly goblin thing was astounding.
All right, all of you, into the room, quickly, quickly.
I'd say
Why?
will do. I will hold something.
Oh.
Oh. Ah! Let's see, a wisdom save. Rovian Witch is probably not very good. Rovian Witch has a wisdom of +0. Nope.
Ooh.
Okay.
So she comes to a sudden stop. Several of the jars that she was precariously, holding in her hands fall off and crash onto the ground.
I was following directly behind
Clean
her.
that up!
In my haste to clean it up, I figure I probably dropped my jars.
Clean that up and get me more jars!
Would the jars perchance be in the study?
No! Now hurry! And let me go!
I'm like
You'll
mopping
ruin
up
it!
stuff on the ground with my hat.
You'll ruin it!
I'm not.
What was that?
She will remain paralyzed for as long as I like.
The other 2 witches, meanwhile, are cackling at their companion's misery. The one that's being held in place attempts to look at you, Mad Mage, and says, "Dump those jars into the pot, quickly!"
Oh, yeah, okay. What are we making?
Witch's brew, of course!
What is witch's brew, exactly?
It's an IPA.
Is it
Green-glowing wisps
hoppier
of
or
steam.
maltier? I'm really
Bubble up.
particular about this kind of stuff.
Green glowing wisps of steam bubble up from that black cauldron, center of a dark, oppressive room. Surrounding the cauldron are several gaunt women in black robes. These witches sit hunched on tall wooden stools, their tangled hair tucked under black pointed hats. They take turns tossing ingredients into the cauldron, uttering fell incantations and cackling maniacally.
So it's pretty hoppy, is what you're saying.
Yes.
I mean, does this feel like this is on the up and up? Do they feel like legit witches making legit witches brew?
Yes.
But also, what is witches brew? Like actually,
Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
I was gonna say, are you asking like literally or like in some sort of figurative sense, like having an existential crisis kind of moment?
No, like I genuinely don't know what that means in this context.
Okay. I'm ready to follow the DJ though. I'm quite done with these
13.
witches. They've refused to tell us where the study is.
It's a 28.
28. Well, with a 28, you know that these witches have no idea what they're doing.
Oh, that makes me love them more.
I'll dump it in and give them a big thumbs up. Good luck with your brew.
They continue to cackle. Roll me a D100.
Oh.
Oh,
I will slide in behind this witch, and concentration on hold person, and give her a swift kick into the room.
Okay. She will tumble right on in.
All right, it was 21.
Okay, 21. A sudden puff of green-blue smoke comes from the cauldron, and the witches all begin coughing. I would like to have you make a Constitution save.
Oh dear. Okay. Oh, hang on.
Were they trying to make the ultimate cleaning supply? Bleach and ammonia?
You are fine. You do not suffer the ill effects of the vapors.
Okay, but with that, I will exit the room, making sure not to inhale too much, and close the
And
door
as you
behind me.
leave, you catch a glimpse at the witches, who are sprouting warts all over their faces, even
Oh.
more than before, and they cheer. It worked.
Good for them. All right. It appears as though people are going over here, or
Oh, you all are there. What's over there?
I am done cleaning. My hat is now sopping with newt juice. But I will leave and I'll say, "Nice to meet you, witches," and I'll follow.
All right, Mr. Mo, you're up in front. Up or down?
I'm taking this party to the top.
All right. Let's see here. Oh, perfect. Oh, thank you, Mr. Mo.
I know.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I grab a couple tokens here. Where is looking for? I'll just use the picture. Okay. So this one is easy because we're just sliding over one map here.
You mean we're just going to the
Yes, right over here.
we?
Okay. You have come to the top of the tower. The 60-foot diameter tower roof is rimmed with battlements. A slender stone bridge with no railing spans the gap between this tower and the slightly taller tower to the north. To the east, the high tower of Ravenloft thrusts skyward, no apparent opening at this level. Black boiling clouds hurl rain down from the courtyard, looking down, is 190 feet below, and the roof of the keep is 80 feet below. And to the north, you see a connecting path leading to another tower, from which is coming a red glow.
ooh, mysterious.
Perhaps that is the study.
I think someone would like to study that red glow. And where better to study a red glow than in a study?
Oh my gosh! Gosh, how did this study become a thing?
All right.
Because Hep wants art and Folan's drunk.
In this particular tower, Felge,
Oh.
you and this hag have been standing by this crystal heart for quite some time.
Belge is gone right now.
Okay.
Oh, Belge is back. Never mind.
And
That's
I had
wishful
my headset
thinking
on.
on your part.
and the hag has been desperately trying to link you to this heart to give you your health boost. In the process of doing this,
Okay.
she has paralyzed both herself and you in place.
Oh,
Perfect.
And she is desperately trying to chant spells, but since she can't move her arms, she's unable to do so. She's able to
Good.
continue talking, and you're able to talk. And you can hear footsteps coming from behind you. You don't see who they are, but you could probably guess.
Footsteps.
I'm not sure I even want to roleplay this. I mean, okay, we'll see. We'll see. Hep's there, and Fulham's drunk, so so maybe.
Yes, Folan, Mad Mage, Hep, keep forgetting your new name, Lord Lustrious, and Golf. You all see former companion Sokol Shadow, checkmark, or square root, standing in front of a giant crystal heart, red, standing next to the third hag who sold you pastries in the streets.
So it has come to this.
I hate her
Mm-hmm.
and want to kill her, and he's associating with someone I want to kill. Oh.
Did you say that out loud?
No, yeah, I'm kind of he's kind of making loose connections in his inebriated head.
Inner monologue.
But Hep, I think, did gasp out loud.
I would absolutely gasp, and I would say, "Oh, so cool!" And I'll run up and give you a hug.
Hep!
I
My
just-
favorite Nilbog!
The hag says, who is that? I can't see. My head.
Hep, I'm so glad you're here. This witch, she trapped me here. I can't get away from this heart.
You asked me to bring you here.
I did no such thing. Don't lie to these kind people.
We burn liars! We burn liars!
Sokol, I was kind of believing you until you called us nice people.
I said kind.
That's worse.
We burn liars!
Hep was hugging me at the time. So,
I'll give you kind person.
okay.
There's a bunch of people back there, aren't there? How many are you? Speak up.
I'd say like
5.
17.
I can't see.
Somewhere between
Go
5 and
stand up
17.
upstairs where I can see you.
No.
What do you mean, no? Go do it.
She can't move her arms and she can't cast spells right now.
Is this a large pit that this crystal is hovering over?
Yes, let me reveal a bit of text here.
Ah, that's fun.
Whoa.
I will
yeah.
kind of obvious. I feel like I can see the depth there, and I would say, if you give me another order, I may accidentally push you forward.
Yo, what? You wouldn't do that. You can't do that. Preposterous.
Are you really?
Hold me tight.
Are you really trying to push me right now, ma'am?
Look at it this way. You are standing next to a vampire. Yes, indeed, a vampire he is.
Yes,
And
falling won't hurt
Due
him as
to
much as it
some
will you.
unforeseen circumstances,
True.
I have paralyzed myself and him. And, well, if you were to push me down, you would be unleashing a vampire. And adventurers like yourselves
vampire
don't
who's
unleash
your
vampires
friend?
anywhere.
Unlike other vampires in this castle.
Out of curiosity, is the proximity of Hep's sword to the vampire right now a problem?
I think it only.
Does Hep have the sword out? and like lit.
Right.
And his pep statement into
No, I did not say that.
I can't imagine Hep Hep likes the idea of hugging people with an open weapon.
No,
I don't know that Hep Hep would process that was an issue.
Well, that's also true.
I needed both of
Also-
my hands in order to clean, so it's definitely
Yes.
like on my side or back.
Yes.
Or...
Also, I mean, we did hear the Mad Mage. We do burn liar, apparently.
Well, I haven't lied, so you can't burn me.
And I just said that this is my favorite Nilbog, which is 100% true.
Well, you told us that she paralyzed you on purpose and was bad, and she said that you asked for it. So one of you is
Didn't I sell
obviously
you
lying.
pastries a long time ago?
That is my
Yes, you did. You tried to sell us pastries, and that's why you're
I
almost
knew
like
it.
99% sure I'm going to push you
I
into
knew
that
I
pit.
recognized that drunken slur.
Oh, now she's insulting you.
Yes,
I would push her over the edge if I could move.
Okay, Miss Hag Lady, answer this question honestly, because it may buy you about 5 to 10 more minutes of living, or a lot less than that. If you die, do you think he will get unparalyzed?
Yes.
I will then turn to my party members and I will be like, huddle, group huddle.
Group hug.
Yes.
Are you huddling off to the side? That's rude.
And in a whisper, I'll say,
You shut your mouth.
I will whisper to them,
bitch.
are
You
we
shut
killing
your
the
mouth.
vampire? Should we kill the vampire or just the hag?
I've already set out an insight check to decide whether the vampire is trustworthy or not.
Can you hear what they're saying?
Okay, I don't know what my DC is, to be honest with you, because at the moment, like, I want to kill Strahd. I also know that these guys will never fully accept me as a full party member again. But I also know they're stupid stronger than I am right now. And there's absolutely zero profit in challenging them in any way. So that is what your insight reveals about me. Although Golf has no idea.
It would seem, in my eyes, which have adjusted to all sorts of levels of infernality, that he, like our lich friend, is a necessary evil.
Speak up. All I caught was evil.
And we do have this nice sword that could finish the job rather quickly, it seems.
We have a sword?
You have a sword?
Yes, Hep, you have a sword.
I do not, however, see any reason for the hag's continued existence.
Oh yeah, I'm 100% on board with that. I was just making sure I didn't unleash the vampire before we decided if we were just going to try to kill him right now or not.
Look, if we can't kill
Can I-
Sokol, then we can't kill Strahd, and this is just pissing in the wind.
Are you saying we should kill Sokol as a trial run?
Are you pissing in the wind? That's disgusting.
Can I remind you guys of something your characters would know?
Sure.
Your characters would remember that even after taking damage from the attack, I just left. I made no attempt to attack anyone. I had no retaliation.
That's fair. He's, maybe triggered someone's abandonment issues, but he wasn't actively harmed.
And I made a comment of the same to kind of shame you guys, which hopefully worked.
Hey, DJ, or Lord Lustrious, weren't you and him once besties? Like, weren't you friends?
It was a bit more complicated than that, but it worked out pretty well.
Okay, so I'm going to value your opinion here the most. Sokol, live or die? Not saying I'm ignoring the opinions of the other three, just that, this has a lot of stock for me.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I vote live.
I like the switch.
You like everybody.
I do. It's a problem.
Sokol will also definitely not kill me because he knows I haven't finished publishing his song.
Right? Sokol says, if he heard.
All right. I will kind of step over here and say, Sokol, I'm going to be really pissed if you're lying to us, and then shove the hang forward.
Bye.
Oh, I've been waiting to do that for so long.
I'll admit, Folan doing it is fine. I was hoping that this is Barovia moment was going to be kicked by an elk out of our party members. I think that's the funniest option.
Oh, you're right, man.
There is a long pause, and then after a moment, you hear a loud thump far below.
Okay.
She was dense.
Can I move now?
Nice.
You are able to move.
She left
I
it.
poisoned them all. No, I'm kidding. Super kidding. I kind of, once I'm able to move, I've been continuously trying to move my arms, and I feel one finally start moving. I stretch my neck a little bit, probably a little bit more ominously than I mean it to be, and then turn around to face them and say, "Thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you."
Anything for a friend. Now, is this the study?
No, I believe that's a couple floors down from here.
Oh.
But,
do you know what this large crystal heart thing is?
Well, from what I understand, the reason I was here, the witch told me that this thing could help me become a tiny bit sturdier and hopefully avoid any words spoken by liches in the near future.
It sounds like I should try to blow it up with lightning. That's what I heard you saying.
You can try. I'm not certain that's a wise choice.
I shoot lightning at the crystal.
I, however, am certain that it's a wise choice given my infernal heritage.
I would like to shoot lightning at the crystal.
You may shoot lightning at the crystal.
I will aid.
I transform into a bat and fly pretty far away.
Okay. A large crack appears on the crystal, and you hear the sound of many hissings coming from the tower. Oh, you also casting?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to combine. Our
Ooh,
lightning.
twin lightning bolts. That's
yeah,
fun.
Exactly. All right, and it's 86. Cool. You rolled better than I did, by a lot.
Let me check. How much does this thing? Where's this? K20. This is room 20? It's on the top floor. No,
Yeah, well, the D20 is at the top of the die.
This stairway connects areas K20 and K. Thank you. That's very helpful. The heart. Let's see.
Oh, are we about to break Strahd's heart?
This heart has 50 hits. That is more than 50 you have done. The heart explodes.
Douche.
Ouch.
The tower instantly goes pitch black. Those of you with dark vision, however, are able to see the eyes. A dozen vampire spawn crawling spider-like up the wall towards you.
Oh. It's different than what I expected.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, back in the study.
Wait. First, before you say anything, Sokol's gonna yell, "Hey guys, the weather's great out here!" Okay, we're good now.
All right. Zell and Azariah.
Yep.
You've been brought into the study. blazing hearth fire fills this room, rolling waves of red and amber light. The walls are lined with ancient books and tomes, their leather covers well oiled and preserved through careful use. All is in order here. The stone floor is concealed beneath a thick, luxurious rug. In the center of the room is a large, low table, waxed and polished to a mirrored finish. Even the poker in its stand next to the blazing fireplace is polished. Large, overstuffed divans and couches are arranged about the room. 2 chairs of burgundy-colored wood with padded leather seats and black cushions face the hearth. A huge painting hangs over the mantelpiece in a heavy, gilded frame. The rolling firelight illuminates the carefully rendered portrait. It is an exact likeness of Irina Kolyana.
Huh.
And then as you take in the room, Exithanter looks like he's about to speak, and then Strahd just be quiet.
You've really got a crush on Irina, don't you?
Strahd looks at you and says, crush is the lightest word that could be used. My love for her was, well, far greater than you can imagine. But it is lost. She is lost to me forever. In no small part thanks to you. Your meddling.
I legitimately have no idea what you're talking about.
He says, as if you may recall, you escorted her to the village of Krezik, where apparently some vestige of my brother's spirit was waiting in a pool. He stole her from me yet again.
I mean, she was a strong, independent lady. Not our fault. She decided to go to Krezik.
But let's not distract ourselves with talk of Tatiana. We are here to talk about you, Azariah.
I mean, it's kind of hard to not be distracted. There's a giant framed picture.
Rather, instead of you, I should say the power that you possess.
Uh-huh.
You have made a bad choice.
I don't really feel like you have a leg to stand on in the discussion of bad choices, but continue.
You see, you are in possession of the final dark power. It is, in fact, inside of you, using your body as its host. Slowly but surely, it will override your will, take control of you entirely.
What of it?
I need to leave Barovia. I've spent centuries here. And with nothing left here, my beloved Tatiana, well, it's time to broaden my horizons, if you will. However, the dark powers have held me hostage here in this demi-plane forever. If, however, the dark powers were to be destroyed, Barovia will be free again, and I will be free again.
Okay, we're gonna try this again, even though it never works for me. Something's wrong with me.
He is not lying.
Okay.
He looks to you, Zell, and says, you are one that can appreciate conquest. Can you not? Are you not?
There is glory in battle.
Yes. Barovia was founded on such glory, and I intend to expand that from one corner of the earth to the next. And he says, I have brought you here, Azariah, and you, Zell, there is an added bonus, if you will. I propose a deal.
Go on.
You, being the lich that you are, have the ability to come back from the dead.
Yes.
What I propose is that we destroy your mortal frame in its current condition, causing the dark power within you to be released. And, well, without its host, it would surely wither away and perish like the others, which you, Azel, were so helpful in assisting with. And being a lich, you would come back by your phylactery. And in an unfortunate series of events, phylactery was misplaced. But I know where it is.
Do you know?
I do. And he says, if you accept this offer, we will make your death as painless as possible. We'll resurrect, Barovia will return to its former state. We will go our separate paths. And Zell, if you wish to accompany me in the conquering of the world and beyond, you would be welcome at my side.
See, the problem with people like you, Strahd, is that you talk about conquest, and you talk about battle, but I see no evidence here that you have ever tasted such.
Evidence. Evidence of battle.
Here you sit on your plush couch, while a party of adventurers invades your castle. You sit there looking quite self-pleased while we surround you. Is this the position of power that a conqueror?
It is the position that one who has been trapped in a hell for the past several centuries would take.
Well, I have no need for standing at the side of an undead abomination to experience the glory of combat.
He raises an eyebrow at Azariah. Indeed.
I will find my glory in facing you, Strahd.
You facing me.
And if I die, then it will be a death with honor.
Strahd shakes his head slowly and says, a pity, but so be it. He turns to you, Azariah, says, and what of you? Do you think this offer is reasonable?
I cast Fireball at Strahd.
Oh!
Specifically, I'm gonna cast it between the two of them.
So there's a hot take.
Thank God Azariah's gonna die.
Oh gosh.
So,
Well,
one second.
eggs a thing, sure needs to make a save.
I was gonna do something.
Lich. lizard folk, Lich. Okay. All right. Your spell save is higher than 15. I already know that.
Yep.
All right. 130. Okay. All right. Let's get a little initiative going. Wow.
Wow.
Oh, good.
Oh no. I don't hate you, Melissa. I hate your character. Just
Thanks, Felch.
okay. Just want you to know. I'm also hoping you die, but fingers crossed.
The place where Strahd was sitting has been reduced to ashes, and there's no sign of Strahd. Exathanter, his couch was incinerated under him, so he picks himself up and pats out his flaming robes and looks at you, Azariah, and says, "You are pretty bad at making friends, aren't you? Here they are. I was trying to make a deal with you. You took my book, which is probably disintegrated. It's disintegrated, isn't it?
I did nothing.
It's
You put something
disintegrated.
on it.
Yep, I knew it. And then Count Strahd von Zarovich himself offers you a way out and the elimination of the forces that your kind abhor so much. But look, you went and attacked him instead.
We could have had a civil discussion, but he threatened Valgar. I'm simple like that.
Simple. You know what's simple? Is killing your friends. Your allies. Because apparently you're very bad at keeping them. Drive them away, you reject offers of alliances. And he will point at you, Zell, and cast Power Word Kill.
I'll cast counter spell at 8th level.
That is a 9th level spell.
I know. So, okay. Alright. Zell, I'm hoping you don't die here, but
It'll be a 19. Ooh, before you roll.
uh-huh.
This could be a good time for IRL dice if we could do that real fast.
Ooh.
Ooh, yes, please.
The drama.
I don't know. Can we do video in Discord? It might be too much.
Not like this. We would have to switch to a different type of call.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But let's see. How else could we do it?
Unless we all switch to a hangout, but
We could have Mason turn on. We could have Mason turn on like the animation rolling on the screen.
Yeah.
That's true. The other thing that we could do is Melissa could video call me and I could put it up on the stream.
That'll
Melissa, do you want to Google Hangouts call me? Like with your phone?
My phone's about to die. Let me plug it in.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of like ways to make this happen.
Melissa, are you on a laptop?
Yeah, I am.
If we enable video streaming in Roll20, might make
That's valid.
I forgot that feature existed.
Yeah.
we've never
Wait,
used it. It's
that
apparently
exists?
It's
Yeah.
probably
It's fairly improved a lot.
garbage,
So
but we can find out.
Also, I
It
think
used to be
you have
garbage.
to enable or disable it like
Yeah.
per.
It'll probably kick everyone out and reload if I turn it on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Melissa, does your laptop have a video camera?
Like a webcam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then just do that instead of like Hangout. Call me through that and use that webcam. Do you want me to call you?
No, I'll call you. Give me 1 second.
Okay. So you guys won't be able to see this unless you are watching the stream.
Well, apparently I need to watch the stream, so...
Yeah, now I need to watch the stream.
The link is in Discord, or if you just want to wait and verify it later. All right, answer. Okay, there's a Melissa. Melissa.
Yeah. No, it froze.
Stream delay.
Stream delay. Get off.
Ah, there's a Melissa.
Oh.
It is being pretty slow.
Man. Come on, internet.
Yeah, it's about a 9-second delay.
Hey, there's a Melissa.
Hey.
Wow, this stream is the
Okay,
choppiest
and
stream.
mine-
Choppiest stream I've ever seen in
I
my
know,
life.
it's pretty bad. Like, it's bad on my Hangout. There we Oh, no.
Did Hangout steal her microphone audio?
Maybe. Maybe.
I think it stole her microphone from Discord.
Okay.
Interesting.
What's up?
Well, I can hear you.
I can hear
But
you.
apparently other people can't. Because
other
Hangouts
people
took
can't.
control of your microphone.
Control of your microphone.
Oh god, this is so weird.
What?
So tilt the screen down, I guess.
Tilt
Here, let's, Dart, stop.
That sounds like a small child, like
Small child
mimicking the sound of a cat.
mimic a cat.
What?
It's just,
cat.
Roll the cat.
oh my god, it's like, oh my god, it's like all over again.
All over.
Alright, we're doing... Shoot. Oh. Okay, here.
Alright, let's see that.
Can we
let's see that.
actually get the roll? Can we actually get the roll?
Yeah. Okay, let me see here. I'm trying to remember what my modifier is going to be here. A spellcasting modifier?
Good camera work.
Will work.
It's solid.
Does anybody?
She's asking about spellcasting modifier.
To hit the
for the
DC, is it
witch.
going to be a D20 plus my
For the
spellcasting
witch.
modifier? It's going to be a. If it is, it's a plus 12.
Intelli modifier.
My. Oh, it's just my intelligence
You got a
modifier.
+5.
So she needs to roll a 14 or better.
Shoot, sorry guys,
yes.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, 14 or
Yeah,
better.
14 or better.
Yeah, make an ability check using your spell.
Okay, it's just my intelligence modifier.
DC is 10 plus spell level.
Here we go.
Oh no.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh no.
What can you guys see? Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna get a little bit closer. That's a 2.
Oh.
Oh.
But it's so close to a 20.
Oh.
It's right there.
Oh.
20. It's right there.
I'm dead.
Zell is dead.
She wasn't
Thank
even
you,
trying
Melissa.
that hard.
You tried real hard, Melissa. Good work.
Good work.
Thanks for doing that, Melissa. For IRL.
Okay.
Dice, not.
All right, I'm gonna close the
What?
hangout.
Yeah.
Okay, closing.
Oof, that was rough.
Wait, Strahd's dead?
No, Zell is dead.
Zell is dead.
Oh, okay. Strahd's right next to her.
No, Strahd is no longer in the picture currently.
Oh, I see.
Because Azariah tried to cast Fireball on him, and it just ended up burning up the seat underneath him. But we still have Exithanter, the zombie, and a dead Zell.
The zombie was confusing me. That's what was confusing me.
Melissa, you'll need to probably exit out of the hangout.
I did.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, you're back.
This is great.
What? What are we seeing?
The song.
That and I'm enjoying Zell and Zell talking.
Mm-hmm.
That was a leftover from when you were absent 1 week, so. Okay. Do we want to leave it that as the cliffhanger of the week?
I kind of do.
I can live with that.
Or do we want to have a lich in a lich square?
I can continue living with that. I don't know. Maybe her luck will be better next week. I mean, his luck. Azariah's luck.
Yeah, let's give the dice a week to think about what they've done.
I mean, personally, I hope Azariah feels for the rest of all time, but
Can't you just bring him back as a zombie?
Actually. No. Oh, actually.
Oh no.
Hold up.
can you imagine the complications of having a paladin be resurrected as a zombie? Like,
And what happens when they like? Oh, no, that's Claire. Never mind. So what happens? What would happen if an undead casts turn undead?
that's a really good question.
That is a good question.
I would assume the cleric is evil, and then it's actually the Buke undead or
Okay.
whatever.
If we're cool with continuing for a second, I will cast Animate Dead.
Oh no.
It's not quite the same as resurrecting, but
No, I can't do that.
no, I know.
Animate dead. Creates an undead servant. Choose a pile of bones or corpse of medium or small. I'll just copy the whole description. Nope, that's the wrong. That is. There we
Holy cow.
It's a lot of text.
Okay, but the holy symbol that was around my throat of the Raven Queen was made of lead, and it melts and streams off of my body as soon as I'm animated.
Ooh.
That's valid.
Yes,
This
the
is an
Raven
abomination in the
Yeah.
eyes of the Raven Queen.
Oh, very much so.
Yes, the Raven Queen is definitely not entirely pleased with this. One of her servants being resurrected as his enemy. But rest assured, Zell, that your soul is in her, I don't know, unknowable grasp now.
Oh, good. Zombies.
Real monsters.
What's a good zombie icon?
The
Maybe
one.
this?
Yeah, that's
No, that's
pretty
the
good
broken
zombie.
face one. You want the one with wings and a halo.
Oh, there we go. Yes.
Because they're not really pretty wings. They're kind of evil looking wings.
All right. Do we want to call it there?
Sure.
Sure.
I'm
Sure.
That's a
Alrighty.
I'd rather call it a big mistake.
Which thing? Made a few.
Oh, pick one.
Actually, I should have left that turn order there. So, when we come back next week, Azariah will face off with Exithanter, and the rest of the party, the spires of Ravenloft, will encounter a number of vampire spawn rushing towards them rapidly.
Good thing we have daylight. Oh wait, none of us can do that.
We just let the paladin die who can do that, because that would have sucked.
Don't you?
Oh
guys
wait, the
worry.
paladin couldn't even do it.
I believe I summoned a sun once.
Any chance we're gonna level up right now?
What level are all of you right now?
The small one.
17 or something.
8.
8.
Oh, I'm only a little late.
You're close to leveling up.
As in, we should have it done for next week, so that that's how close, right? Yeah.
Let me see real fast. More along the lines, the next encounter would push you over.
Yeah, that's not helpful.
No. Alrighty. Well, next week we'll continue exploring Ravenloft, and maybe you'll find what the deal is with Strahd, his mysterious disappearance.
Okay. Sounds good.
Very cool.
Sounds good.
Sorry, Gizmo.
I blame you, Melissa.
You should.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Are you going to banish that D20,
Bye.
Melissa?
Good night. I'll see you guys.
Good night.